Farm fresh goodies near you today at sweetgrownalabama.org.
The hottest day of the next 7 comes today. High temperatures around 95 degrees, a good deal of sunshine, just some clouds mixed in, similar to the sky that we had yesterday. No rain, no storms. It will certainly be on the humid to muggy side, so it may feel a few degrees hotter than it actually is. For tonight, we're down into the upper 60s to around 70. We're quiet Friday. I can't rule out a shower or storm coverage very low, and then showers and storms on and off through the weekend.
That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Your Thursday kicks off with no major problems or accidents. Interstate systems moving smoothly into the Tri-County area from Clanton, Auburn, and Grable. No problems on Highway 80 or 14 coming in from Selma, and 231 south out of Wetumpka, north out of Troy. Still carrying light traffic. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. Invisible Fence has the Boundary Plus system, giving your pet security, but giving them more room to enjoy life. Call Vicki at Invisible Fence, 265-2585. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
Selecting the best choice for tires can be confusing with all the brands and options available. Trust the #1 rated tire pros in Montgomery and Chico's Auto Pros for your tire needs.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams with WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Thursday. The countdown is on to primary election day, and ahead of the big day, every county in Alabama has received a new state-issued laptop to count votes. Alabama's Secretary of State says these are new computers, but it is a new process. They issue them to protect against hackers. Now to the latest pandemic news. COVID-19 cases, deaths, and hospitalizations are on the rise nationwide. Here in Alabama, there are 15 counties in the high transmission risk category. Those counties include Autauga, Macon, and Lee counties. Maxwell Air Force Base is set to host a hiring fair aimed at civilians looking for job opportunities. There are a number of job positions open, including kitchen staff, child and youth services, and office positions. Job fair is slated to take place from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. on June 9th at Eastdale Mall in Montgomery. I'm Jasmine Williams of WSFA 12 News, and these are your morning headlines.
From my cold, dead hands.
For Mo Brooks, it's personal. When a crazed Bernie Bros socialist attempted to shoot down Mo Brooks, Brooks didn't waver when the fake news media pressured him to fold. Instead, Brooks doubled down and said he'll fight the gun-grabbing left even harder. That's why the NRA and every other major pro-gun group in America endorse Mo Brooks. Because Brooks is tough, unyielding, and Mo Brooks has guts. What about the others? Mike Durant called for government-enforced gun confiscation. And Katie Britt, a rhino moderate who cheered when anti-gun Democrat Doug Jones beat Roy Moore. Not Mo Brooks. Mo Brooks, the Dixie fighter for U.S. Senate. Unapologetically Alabama. Unapologetically conservative. Mo Brooks is the only conservative choice for U.S. Senate. Mo Brooks for Senate. It's time to go on offense. The rich conservative spectator for the Senate is responsible for its contents, not authorized by any candidate or candidate committee. ccPAC.us.
Retired Colonel James Henderson, ordained minister.
Kay Ivey shut the churches down but kept the abortion clinics open. Kay Ivey is aiding and abetting murder when she allowed the abortion mills to stay open. Lindy Blanchard is a defender of life. She adopts children. She stands for life. She's the most pro-life candidate for governor I've ever known. That's why I'm supporting Lindy Blanchard, the governor we need.
Paid by Blanchard for Governor, Box 241331, Montgomery, Alabama.
I'm Attorney Fernando Morgan, candidate for Circuit Court Judge, Place 3, the Family Court. This is a countywide election. I believe strong families equal strong communities. As a husband of 21 years and a father of 2, my family is very important to me, and your family is important to me as well. With 14 years of experience, I am Alabama's only certified child welfare law specialist, and I volunteer on 2 court improvement committees. On May 24th, vote Fernando Morgan for Circuit Judge, because when it comes to your family, experience matters. Pay for the committee to elect Fernando Morgan Circuit Judge.
Hey, I'm Jake from Long Island, and my portfolio performance honestly just wasn't cutting it. I was looking for something more. So I researched alternative investments like crypto and NFTs, but they didn't make sense to me. Then I read about Masterworks and Forbes. I did my research and invested over $55,000 with them. I know it was the smart thing to do. I tell all my family and friends about Masterworks, and now I'm telling you.
Before deciding to invest, carefully review the important disclosures at masterworks.io/disclaimer. Summer's just around the corner, so stock up on your favorite Untuckit shirts to look sharp and feel casual even as temperatures start to rise. Untuckit shirts are designed to be worn untucked. They have the perfect untucked length and fits for all shapes and sizes. Try new arrivals like sweat-wicking performance shirts and short-sleeve button-downs to help beat the heat. This summer, keep your cool in Untuckit shirts designed to be worn untucked. Use code SUNSHINE for 20% off your first purchase at untuckit.com.
Hey, Montgomery, Prattville, and surrounding area. Matt Parsley here with Budget Car and Truck Sales. We're all feeling the pinch. With everything going up, I'm sorry to say at Budget, we're going to have to take away the nickel down sale, and we're raising it to a dime. Yep, that's right. One dime, one thin dime. It's dime time. Yep, it's dime time. If you've got a dime and some time, shop over 300 compact, mid-size, full-size luxury cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. And if you're looking to sell your car, we're buying, and we'll buy it on the spot with no trade-in required. Owe too much on your trade? We'll pay up to $4,256 over Kelley Blue Book for most trades. And if credit problems in the past prevent you from driving a like new car today, we understand. My credit approval process will help you rebuild your credit and get you financed when others can't. We are Budget Car and Truck Sales. So if you've got a little time and a dime, visit us in Montgomery at 61 Mendel Parkway or 508 McQueen Smith Road in Prattville. Check us out online, mybudgetonline.com.
This is the Tom Hannity Show. Join me every afternoon at 2 right here on News Radio 1440.
And here we go, Santa Road. Okay, now. There we go.
Sometimes you need to reset, refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
Good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine once again, if you can. For it is another day that the Lord has made. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. Hot news and burning issues. That's what we call it. But right now, more importantly than that, it is time for our daily bread. A word from on high. Something to change your perspective or give you a new one. Either way it goes, it's good for the soul. Good morning. It is May the 19th. Today's daily bread is simply entitled Food from Heaven. The scripture insight today comes from Exodus 16, 4 through 5, and 13 through 18. But Exodus 16 and 4 says, the Lord said unto Moses, I will rain down bread from heaven for you. Govern yourselves accordingly. Again, it is May the 19th, 2022 AD. It is a day that has never been, and it is a day that shall never, ever come again. And once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. No. Once it's gone, it's gone. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done today that you didn't. But more importantly, you don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever you do this day, May the 19th, 2022, make sure that if tomorrow should be, you'll be proud of what you have done this day. If you have lived a while, no doubt you've seen and you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed, given the grace of God and a lot of mercy thrown in, we may, I'm not sure, but we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of your life. What are we going to do with it? Well, whatever we do, we should reach back when we can and help somebody else along the way. While we can, as much as we can, until we can't. Benjamin Elijah May said, whatever you do in life, you should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say, if that is the standard how which you live life, you shall always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two. After all, we all do. But you'll never be a failure until you quit. We say, give out if you must, rest only if you can. But whatever you do, you never quit. You never give up. You keep on going. My mother used to say that nothing beats a failure but a try. One foot in front of the other, but keep moving. Martin Luther King said, if you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But whatever you do, keep moving forward. Don't ever give up. Don't ever quit. Because quitters don't win. And winners, where they may fail at a thing or two, they never quit. So don't you. And no matter what happens this day, remember this. It is still a great day to be alive. Good morning, Montgomery. It's time to rise and shine. Food from heaven. That is our daily bread for this day, May the 19th, 2022 AD.
Welcome to today's encouragement from Our Daily Bread. Our reading, titled Food from Heaven, was written by Lisa M. Samra. In August 2020, residents of Olten, Switzerland were startled to find that it was snowing chocolate. A malfunction in the ventilation system of the local chocolate factory had caused chocolate particles to be diffused into the air. As a result, a dusting of edible chocolate flakes covered cars and streets and made the whole town smell like a candy store. When I think of delicious food magically falling from the heavens, I can't help but think of God's provision for the people of Israel in Exodus. Following their dramatic escape from Egypt, the people faced significant challenges in the desert, especially a scarcity of food and water. And God, moved by the plight of the people, promised to rain down bread from heaven. The next morning, a layer of thin flakes appeared on the desert ground. This daily provision, known as manna, continued for the next 40 years. When Jesus came to earth, people began to believe he was sent from God when he miraculously provided bread for a large crowd. But Jesus taught that he himself was the bread of life, sent to bring not just temporary nourishment, but eternal life. For those of us hungry for spiritual nourishment, Jesus extends the offer of unending life with God. May we believe and trust that he came to satisfy those deepest longings. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Exodus chapter 16, verses 4 through 5 and verses 13 through 18. Then the Lord said to Moses, I will rain down bread from heaven for you. The people are to go out each day and gather enough for that day. In this way, I will test them and see whether they will follow my instructions. On the sixth day, they are to prepare what they bring in, and that is to be twice as much as they gather on the other days. Now picking up at verse 13. That evening, quail came and covered the camp, and in the morning there was a layer of dew around the camp. When the dew was gone, thin flakes like frost on the ground appeared on the desert floor. When the Israelites saw it, they said to each other, What is it? For they did not know what it was. Moses said to them, It is the bread the Lord has given you to eat. This is what the Lord has commanded. Everyone is to gather as much as they need. Take an omer for each person you have in your tent. The Israelites did as they were told. Some gathered much, some little. And when they measured it by the omer, the one who gathered much did not have too much, and the one who gathered little did not have too little. Everyone had gathered just as much as they needed. Let's pray. Jesus, thank you for being the bread of life and coming to earth to fulfill our need for relationship with you. May we share you with others who hunger and long for the fulfillment that only you can give. Thank you, Lord. It's in your name we pray. Amen. Thanks for listening today. My name is Alicia Reisinger, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Chorus. Oh, teach. Who? Airborne. Here we go. Here we go. All the way. All the way. Gotta be rough and tough. Rough and tough. Airborne. Airborne. Every day. Every day. We run to the sun. To the sun. No sweat. No sweat. Not yet. Not yet. Down in the mess hall on my knees. Down in the mess hall on my knees. We got nothing to eat but a can of beans. Nothing to eat but a can of beans.
The bread was moldy and the meat was bad.
The bread was molded and the meat was well. You know darn well that you can't eat that.
Oh.
You know darn well that you can't eat that. Here we go, all the way, gotta be rough and tough, airborne, all the way. When I was young, I always wanted to be in the 82nd Airborne, easing the breeze. Now that I'm here, I'm gonna do it right. Jump from an aircraft while in flight. All the way, airborne, all the way, driving on.
Time to rise and shine, people. Time to get up. Time to be a little airborne this morning. Can't be airborne though, let's out of the bed. In the drizzling rain and the picked up my parachute and boarded the plane. Jump master said 1 minute to go. Green light, green. Great, gotcha. Here we go. Airborne all the way, got it on. Driving on. Driving on. Gotta be rough and tough. Airborne. Okay then. Now, we pay homage to all of our armed forces of these United States of America, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and, PT first. My bad. Gotta do PT. Come on. Then we'll do that other thing. What stops the ground?
Your left foot strikes the ground.
Well, I want to hear a clapping sound.
Hear that clapping sound.
Oh, my head. Oh, all the way.
Feeling good.
Going
around.
Hollywood.
Looking good. All right. Dynamite. Everybody. Sound on. Everybody. In the hair. In the rear. Keep it tight. In the middle. Face the right. In the front. Rock steady. Up and ready.
Woo!
80 deuce. Here we come.
Here we go.
80 deuce. Airborne. 80 mean. Rough and tough. Hey you. How you feel? Feeling good. All right. Dynamite. Out of sight. Feeling good. Motivated. Dedicated. I wanna be airborne. Wanna be airborne.
Hey, I wasn't running. I was just listening this morning. And now we pay homage to all of our armed forces. I was sitting in my chair. The guy former captain got in my butt a few minutes ago about sitting in the chair talking about doing PT. So now I got to get down and knock out about 30. All right there. But you listen to this while I knock out these 30 push-ups. Good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It's time to rise and shine as we pay homage to our armed forces. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and of course, the new Space Force. Because somebody's mother, somebody's father, somebody's aunt, somebody's uncle, somebody's son, somebody's daughter, somebody's father is someplace in the world protecting our way of life. And good morning to the Montgomery Fire Department, Police Department, and to all the people who run in when everybody else is running out. And I can't forget the state troopers. I can't stand the name Aaliyah, so we're just going to call them state troopers. Good morning to those guys, too. Then I get sanitation department. Good morning, boys. Can we bring back the 141? That's all I need to know. Can somebody bring back the C141? Okay. You know, it's tough being the only veteran in the media in this town, but that's okay. Somebody has got to look out for the brothers and the sisters and the mothers and the fathers who protect this country. I take that responsibility seriously. And of course, for the paratroopers. And last, but certainly not least, the United States Army, home of the 18th Airborne Corps, the 82nd Airborne Division, the 2nd of the 75th Ranger Regiment down at Fort Benning, Georgia, the U.S. Army Infantry School down at Fort Benning, Georgia. And don't forget Charlie Airborne up there in Alaska, and Fort Drum up there. It gets cold up there. Woo, too cold. Oh, hey. We can't even have this conversation without mentioning Fort Bragg, baby. That's what I'm talking about. And don't forget Fort Lewis. Oh, yeah. Can't forget Fort Lewis, Washington. My home base. That's right. My home base. The first place I left when I left home. I went way up there. See, I had a theory. See, I had a theory back those days. I said, well, if I leave home and if I don't make it, see, I got to go far enough away from home that if I don't make it, I wouldn't have enough money to get back there, and they would never know what a failure I was. So I said, send me to Washington State. It's so far away from South Bend, Indiana, that I couldn't even accidentally find my way back home. Okay, even if I was hungry and cold, I'd be frozen to death by the time I get back. So wasn't no going back. And you know what? I think that's one of the things that our kids today, though, on a serious note, I think that's one of the things that we don't encourage our kids to do today. You know, don't go around the corner. You know, don't go around the corner so when things get rough, you run back to the house. You know, I mean, no. You'll never know what you're made out of until you're put in a position where you have to either do or don't. I'm just saying, you might want to take Elkin's advice on that and go so far. Now, you can send a letter every once in a while, say, send me a couple of dollars. Okay, that's fine. I'll send you a couple, $2, about that much. That gives you a bag of chips and a Coke, and at least you won't starve to death. I'm just saying, you might want to think about that, though. You know, you might not want to, because are you really leaving home, really, if you live in the same city? Did you really leave home? I understand, but I was content on making it, well, not content, but I was determined to make it one way or the other. But either way it was, they would never know, they would never know if I landed in as a hobo. If I became a hobo, nobody would ever known it, because I've been riding the rails, baby, from California to Seattle. I've been riding the rails, seeing what I could find to eat. Anyway, okay, enough of that. You don't hear that this morning. I always got a story, don't I? I always got something, I mean, if I really told you my whole story, you guys will start crying on the radio first thing in the morning. Now, I wouldn't want you to do that. You'll feel all depressed first thing. So no, we look at the good things. But let me take a break, and we shall come back uno momento with the, lessons of life and this day in history. But it's some of the things that happened on this day. Nobody can ever tell you everything that happened in history, because history is everything every man, woman, and child has ever felt, seen, or done. We can't tell you everything. So we're going to give you some history when we come back. Okay, I'm just saying, want to get it right. And I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer to Top Gun. Oh yeah, I'm getting closer to Top Gun. You know, I'm getting there. I am getting closer to Top Gun. So me and Z going to watch this. Watch Top Gun next week. We're going to be all right with it, and we're going to have a great time. Okay, this is the only time I'm going to say I don't really care about inflation, because we're going to get us a great big old popcorn, okay? And we're going to sit there and watch Tom Cruise fly off the screen, okay? I'm just saying, we're going to do that, okay? Anybody want to go with me besides me and Z? Okay, I may take one person with me. We'll take one person with us, okay? Okay, so all you can do, text me, and if you got a kid that want to go, text me, and we'll come pick them up. Take them with us. Just one. Just text me. I'll do that much. Everybody's got to see Top Gun at least one time. Okay? Anyway, we'll be back right after this.
Sponsored by Allstate. Are you a safe driver? Are you looking to save money? With DriveWise from Allstate, the safer you drive, the more you can save. At Allstate, better protection costs a whole lot less. Visit allstate.com or call an agent for a quote today.
The hottest day of the next 7 comes today. High temperatures around 95 degrees, a good deal of sunshine, just some clouds mixed in, similar to the sky that we had yesterday. No rain, no storms. It will certainly be on the humid to muggy side, so it may feel a few degrees hotter than it actually is. For tonight, we're down into the upper 60s to around 70. We're quiet. Friday, I can't rule out a shower or storm coverage very low, and then showers and storms on and off through the weekend.
That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. So far, so good. Still no major problems or accidents are being reported yet this Thursday morning. To send you on an alternate route, you keep listening and we will keep you posted with the latest and the most accurate traffic conditions on the radio. Premier Place has it all for summer. After shopping, eat at Poblanos King Buffet or Sweet Frog Frozen Yogurt. It's all at Premier Place in Prattville, another great McClinton and Company development. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch traffic, this is Major Delay.
Selecting the best choice for tires can be confusing with all the brands and options available. Trust the #1 rated tire pros in Montgomery at Chico's Auto Pros for your tire needs.
Eric Snipedown Rona announced this week that he wants to attempt something few esports players don't, playing 2 major titles at the same time. Snipedown had begun his career as a Halo icon who eventually moved to Apex Legends before returning to Halo Infinite. This week, Eric expressed his interest in staying in Halo while returning to Apex Legends, and time will tell if he can pull off the feat.
The latest esports and gaming news. Find it online at checkpointxp.com.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, beat the largest timeshare company in federal court and has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare information guide absolutely free. Call 800-791-1313. That's 800-791-1313.
When our communities needed him, he volunteered to serve. Troy Stubbs, a former educator, he now owns a local small business in Wetumpka. Troy Stubbs will take fresh ideas and Elmore County values to Montgomery. Like Trump, he's tired of political correctness and believes real leaders get things done. Troy Stubbs stands for the flag. He's not afraid to tell you he's pro-life and will fight to kick any abortion provider out of Alabama. He's proud to be endorsed by the NRA and defend our freedoms. Troy Stubbs never runs from a fight.
Never did.
Joe Biden's cancel culture any day of the week. Whether it's critical race theory, endless mandates, or some far-left idea, Troy Stubbs will fight for our freedoms and against the woke mob.
Against the woke mob.
Steadfast conservative
Now, where did my
Troy
paper
Stubbs
go?
for State Representative, District 31.
Paid for by Troy Stubbs for State House. PO Box 429.
Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Camp Celebration.
Folks in Watauga and Humboldt counties know the difference between right and wrong. When politicians say one thing but do another, it's time for change in the State House. Jerry Starnes is a change in the right direction. He's a husband, a father, and a Christian conservative. Jerry Starnes is a Purple Heart decorated veteran. Jerry Starnes is a man of strong character, a man who loves his wife, and a man you can trust. Paid for by Jerry Starnes for State House of Representatives, 1695 Winstone Way, Prattville, Alabama, 36066.
2022 is no time for beautiful windows in your home to be all covered up with the same blinds and shades you see in every home. And 2022 is definitely no time for cheap blinds and shades to leave your windows saying, please don't cover me up with these ugly coverings. This is Ben with Just Blinds in Prattville. Seriously, our goal is to help deliver a custom look for your home to be loved and timeless for years to come. Visit Just Blinds showroom in Prattville today or online at gojustblinds.com.
Declare your freedom and start your journey. Jeep Freedom Days are here at Tallis Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Your journey will be better in the all-new Grand Wagoneer. Yours is here now. With a 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn with 0% financing for 6 months. And right now, your trade-in is worth more than ever. TallisAutomotive.com, where you drive a little, save a lot. With approved credit, less finance through Chrysler Capital. Dealer retains all factory incentives. See dealer for details.
Hey, hear me at my new time right here on the same great station. It's all happening every afternoon at 2, right here on News Radio 1440.
All righty then. Okay then.
Okay, let me make a little announcement here. Now, don't forget, guys, Camp Celebration, Saturday, June the 11th, from noon until 3:30 p.m. What is Camp Celebration? Camp Celebration is a camp that is put on for kids who've gone through some traumatic times in their lives. Okay, it's going to be at Riverwalk Stadium, 200 Crusoe. I mean, forget it. If you don't know Riverwalk Stadium, this address won't help you. Anyway, the baseball stadium is going to be for children and teens ages 5 to 16 years old that have experienced a death in their family, whether it was a grandmother or grandfather died or a friend got killed, drive-by shoot, whatever. Kids deal with death a little differently than human beings do. And this is going to give them an opportunity to talk to people like themselves who've done things and been in the same kind of circumstance. And Mrs. McDermott, Mona McDermott, okay, is a bereavement coordinator. And so here's the number. If you guys got any children that have gone through that, it's all free. Okay, 334-747-5000. 334-747-5000. Okay, it's going to provide children and teens and their family with the opportunity to learn how to cope with this terrible thing called death. And some people do with it, and it will change their lives. And the way we deal with those kids now depends on, will determine how they act later on. So Camp Celebration. For more information, call 334-747-5000. It's going to take place Saturday, June the 11th at the Biscuits Baseball Stadium. June the 11th. It's all free. It's going to be from 12 o'clock p.m. until 3:30 p.m. at Riverwalk Stadium. Okay. Thank the Biscuits and everybody for allowing them to have that venue. It's going to be open. It's going to be outside. There's going to be a lot of great things happening for kids. And if you want to volunteer, you just want to go up there and volunteer and just talk to some kids and tell them about your experience. Because we all, if you got a little age on you, we all have had to deal with that particular issue. So 334-747-5000. 334-747-5000. That's Mona McDermott. It's called Camp Celebration, June the 11th. Now, don't wait till June the 10th and talk about I need to get my child in there. No, you got to sign up for it. Okay, you can't just show up. You got to sign up for it so they know they're gonna have all kind of stuff and a little food, little child there. So they need to know that you're coming. So therefore, they'll make sure they have enough things for everybody. Okay, that's good. What time is it? Yeah, 6:43 in the morning. You know what time it is? Yeah, it's Lessons of Lifetime. The things that you learn only by living. You can't learn them Now you can be introduced to them by a book and by somebody else's experience, but you can't learn anything from it until you go through it. Okay, and these are the things. But the word of the day is, and this word is an interesting word, because without this word, life itself would be painful and unforgivable. But this is a word, it only has 4 letters in it. But it is the consummation of all the things in life. Really, I said, well, what word is that? Well, this is that word. I'm just telling you, this is that word. Okay. Desmond Tutu had a saying about this word. But it means everything. And if you haven't had to partake of this word, then you haven't lived very long. Because all of us, at some point in our lives, have had to call upon this word. And if you haven't, well, it's kind of like I said yesterday, all of us, every last one of us, at some point in our lives will go through something that will change us to the point we'll never be able to go back to the person that we were. Well, this is of the same vein. Okay? Same vein. Okay? I've been saying, shut up, man. Tell us what the word is. I'm gonna tell you. I'm just trying to impress upon you that it is a word that is, without it, life as we know it would never be the same without this word. Okay? Anybody know what the word is? Come on. Okay, you can call me. Anybody know what the word is before I get to it? Anybody know what the word is? Nobody? Okay. Somebody should 860-1440. Come on. Somebody know what this word is. A word that if you didn't have it, if it were not part of the English lexicon or the world's lexicon, your days would be a lot darker. There'd be a lot more trouble in your life. Okay? Okay, it's not Jesus. Although that's a good word too. Don't get me wrong. But without this word, okay, somebody, come on. Somebody knows. Come on. Okay, I'll get back to that word later on. I want somebody to figure out what this word is. Okay? Okay? This word gives us the possibilities of the future. Okay? Here's somebody. Somebody knows this word. Okay. All right. What's the word? That's not the word, but okay, it's in the same vein. Okay, I mean, you got to have love for people. That's true. Okay, somebody's got to know this word. Good morning. Is what now? Faith? Okay, that's close. That's close. You're getting there. That's close. Okay, you're getting there. Not exactly the word, but it all. Now, when I tell you the word, it's all okay. Good. Well, 2 people to 3. That's enough. Now, the word is hope. Hope. Hope is what allows us to see and believe in things we cannot see. It gives us, Desmond Tutu said, hope is being able to see there's a light despite all of the darkness. Okay? It gives us the possibilities. Okay? But the word is hope. Thank you guys for helping us out there. I appreciate that. Okay? So hope is the word of the day. Hope. And don't ever go without that word in your life, because life would be almost unbearable if we could not hope for better changes, for better things ahead. So hope. Now, lessons of life. This is a lesson of life. Where's my hot chocolate? Gotta have the hot chocolate. I gotta have it. I just gotta have something to drink. There we go. Okay. Now, the lessons of life. Now, most of us already realize this, but we have a, you ever know people who are going to put things off, always putting things off? Yesterday, I asked my son, I said, well, what is what's going on in school? He said, well, we're procrastinating. I said, what? I said, what? Yeah, we're procrastinating. I said, okay, I understand that word. See, it's good that your dad understands them big words that you're using. Okay, I understand that word. So pretty much we ain't really doing nothing. You know, we're just wasting time until we can get out of school. Okay, I'm with you. I'm with you. I don't know why they just don't close the school right now and tell everybody to go home. But anyway, they're procrastinating. But you know, people that procrastinate, always, I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. And then once tomorrow comes, they say, oh, man, okay, I'll do it tomorrow. So tomorrow is always coming. They hope. Okay, but no. Here's a lesson of life. And first of all, it's a great day to be alive. Once we realize that all yesterdays were at one time tomorrows that turn into today. And once a tomorrow turns into today, well, I don't know what you're going to do about yesterday. Okay? All yesterdays were at one time tomorrows that turned into today. So what our goal is to be a blessing to someone before your today turns into yesterday that once was a tomorrow. So I guess the lesson of this thing is that don't waste your days, because you'll be surprised how quickly a tomorrow turns into today. And then how today quickly turns into yesterday. And no matter how hard you try, no matter how much you pray, no matter how much you do anything, you can never get yesterday back. So live a full life each and every day. But don't wait until your today, okay, it turns into a yesterday. I'm just saying, you might want to pass that along to people who are always giving you excuses for why they didn't do things. Okay, and I personally have had some of that going on too. I'm like my son told me, okay, I have procrastinated in life. I mean, it's surprising when they use that word. I know they teach that word in public school these days. Okay, that's good. Anyway, good morning. It is the 19th day of May. It is the 139th day of the year. Believe it or not, we started out with 365 days. We're down to 226 days left in this year. It was on this day in 1967 that the Soviet Union ratified a treaty with the United States and Britain banning nuclear and other weapons from outer space, as well as celestial bodies such as the moon. The treaty entered into force in October 1967. I think somebody lied on that one, though. 1536, Anne Boleyn, the second wife of England's King Henry IV, or the eighth, whatever that is. What's a V and 3 1s? V and 3, what's that? That's 5. That's 4, 5, 6. I don't know what that is. I think that's a 7. Is that 7? 4, 5. Okay, we go with the 7. I don't know which one. What's a V and 3 1s? I don't know. Somebody text me what that is. That Roman. Because I'm glad we don't use them letters anymore, but it would be nice. Anyway, she was beheaded after being convicted of adultery. In 1864, American author Nathaniel Hawthorne, 59, died in Plymouth, New Hampshire. The year was 1913. Governor Hiram Johnson signed the Webb-Hartley Law prohibiting aliens ineligible for citizenship from owning farmland, a measure targeting Asian immigrants, particularly Japanese. It's not a very Christian thing to do. In 1920, 10 people were killed in a gun battle between coal miners who were led by a local police chief and a group of private security guards. They were serious about that overtime thing. Security guards hired to evict them from joining a small company town in West Virginia. In 1921, Congress passed and President Warren G. Harding signed the Emergency Quota Act, which established national quotas for immigrants. Yeah, when blew that all to hell. 1935, T.E. Lawrence, also known as Lawrence of Arabia, died in Dorset, England, 6 days after being injured in a motorcycle crash. That's why I don't get on motorcycles. See, that's why I don't. No, don't get on motorcycle. Do not play that. I ain't getting on a motorcycle. Okay, my son gets on a motorcycle. I'm not getting on one. I'd rather jump out of airplanes more. To me, jumping out of an airplane is more safer than getting on a motorcycle. I don't play that. 1943, in his second wartime address to the U.S. Congress, British Prime Minister Winston Churchill pledged his country full support in the fight against Japan. That evening, Churchill met with President Franklin Roosevelt in the White House, where the two leaders agreed on May the 1st, 1944, as the date for D-Day, invasion of France. The operation ended up being launched more than a month later. That's a lot of men to have to move. 1981, 5 British soldiers were killed by the Irish Republican Army, otherwise known as the IRA, landmine in Northern Ireland, and a landmine. 1993, the Clinton White House set off a political storm by abruptly firing the entire staff of its travel office. 5 of the 7 staffers were later reinstated and assigned to other duties. 1994, of course, you're not the president. I mean, don't you get to pick who you? I think they were civil service workers, so I don't think you just fire people in civil service. But anyway, you don't hear much about that anymore. 1994, former First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy died in New York at the age of 64. All right. Let me see. On 2003, WorldCom Incorporated agreed to pay, that's right, $500 million to settle civic fraud charges. In 2019, the Game of Thrones aired its 73rd and final episode on HBO with a record-setting number of viewers. I never watched one show. I never watched Game of Thrones. It looked like it was pretty good, but I'm not interested in the old Scottish or King, whatever they were. I don't like King movies. Okay, I don't think there are any kings except one. 10 years ago, President Barack Obama, for the first time, endorsed the Palestinians' demand that their eventual state be based on borders that existed before the 1967 Middle East War. Of course, then again, though, that's why you fight wars, so you can win them or lose them, and Israel won that. So, I don't know. I don't really know much about that. 5 years ago, Egypt Air jetliner en route from Paris to Cairo with 66 people aboard swerved wildly in flight before crashing into the Mediterranean Sea, killing all on board. Veteran 60 Minutes correspondent Molly Schaefer died in New York at the age of 84. Actor-comedian Alan Young, who played straight man to a talking horse in the 1960s, Mr. Ed, died in Woodland Hills at the age of 96 in California. And I guess about 2 years ago, a Trump administration policy of quickly expelling most migrants stopped along the border because of COVID-19 pandemic was indefinitely extended. Okay, then. What else happened? John Glenn, later an advocate for people with speech disorder, died in a Minnesota nursing home at the age of 100. And that, my friends, are some of the things that happened on this day. Okay. A horse is a horse. Okay, man. A horse is a horse, can talk, of course. Good for him. Mr. Anyway, remember that song? Okay, I was a little kid by then. I couldn't really remember what he said. And I got a guest coming up around 7 o'clock, 7:10, something like that. Leo Spencer Lewis Jr. will be our pastor today. He's never been on air with a brother. So we're gonna come in here, we're gonna talk about things and see how that works out with him, and we'll get a different perspective on these things. So Leo Spencer, whose father is also, I believe that Macedonia, is a pastor also. So it is Thursday. You know what day it is. Normally I'll have it about on the third Thursday, but I asked him if he would come, and he said, "Yeah, I'll come." I said, "Okay, good. That's what I need. Somebody who say yes." Okay. So it is 6:58 in the morning. It's almost time for me to get out of here. I see Longshore is over there and trying to be like me. That's good. Nothing wrong with sports people trying to be like me. Okay, I gotta go. We'll be back after this.
News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Thursday. The countdown is on to primary election day, and ahead of the big day, every county in Alabama has received a new state-issued laptop to count votes. Alabama's Secretary of State says these are new computers, but it is a new process. They issued them.
So long and short, who you gonna vote for governor?
Now to the latest pandemic news. COVID-19 cases, deaths, and hospitalizations are on the rise nationwide. And here in Alabama, there are 15 counties in the high transmission risk category. Those counties include Autauga, Macon, and Lee counties. Maxwell Air Force Base is set to host a hiring fair aimed at civilians looking for job opportunities. There are a number of job positions open, including kitchen staff, child and youth services, and office positions. Job fair is slated to take place from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. on June 9th at Eastdale Mall in Montgomery. I'm Jasmine Williams of WSFA 12 News, and these are your morning headlines.
News Radio 1440, WLWI AM, the home of the Dan Bongino Show. Also on 95.1 HD3.
This is the CBS World News Roundup, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Lawmakers in the House hope help will be on the way soon for harried parents trying to hunt down formula to feed their babies.
The bill is passed.
They've approved two measures. One would allow WIC recipients to purchase a wider array of formula brands. President Biden has invoked the Defense Production Act. Correspondent Nicole Killian is at the White House.
The emergency action allows the president to direct companies to prioritize orders for the federal government. The president is also launching Operation Fly Formula to import more product from overseas to speed up delivery.
Investors are fastening their seatbelts for what could be a bumpy ride on Wall Street. Dow futures are down 228, a day after a more than 1,100-point plunge. S&P futures off 28. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
Stocks can sell off and actually not mean that there's a recession coming. I think we're on the cusp right now. It's scary because when you have a recession, you can have job losses and wages might stop going up.
Yesterday's sell-off triggered by reports from Target and Walmart on losses linked to inflation. Hear that big sigh of relief at 10 Downing Street? Correspondent Vicky Barker explains from London.
The Partygate probe is over, and Boris Johnson will not face any further fines for breaking his own lockdown laws. Johnson initially denied attending any of the office parties, but it appears the police established he was at several, but that his appearance at them was justified.
Health officials in Massachusetts say a man who traveled to Canada is hospitalized in Boston with a case of monkeypox, a rare, sometimes fatal infection. Dr. Paul Bidinger at Mass General.
People should not be afraid of monkeypox. The current patient is no public health risk right now.
Dozens of cases have been reported in Canada and Europe. Ford is recalling late model Expeditions and Lincoln Navigators after more than a dozen reports of engine fires. Reporter Jeff Gilbert with our affiliate WWJ in Detroit.
Ford isn't sure yet what's causing the fires. 16 so far, most while the vehicles were parked, but 3 happened while vehicles were in motion. One person's been hurt. Early indications are the fires began in the rear of the engine compartment. Ford says it will communicate more information when it has a cause and a fix.
What would the Lion King do without its Zazu?
I'm here to announce that King Mufasa's on his way.
Yellow-billed hornbill bird is in danger of extinction. Disney's animated movie version played Major Domo and royal advisor to Pride Lands royalty. Researchers say climate change is cutting down on breeding times for the birds. This is CBS News.
Presented by Rocket Mortgage. Whether you're looking to purchase a new home or refinance yours, Rocket Mortgage can help you get there. For home loan solutions that fit your life, Rocket can.
Was your business hurt in the years of the pandemic? Have you had a decline in revenue since 2019? Was your business partly or fully shut down by the government? If you answered yes to any of these questions and have 10 employees or more, you may be eligible to receive up to $26,000 per employee. How? By taking advantage of the Employee Retention Tax Credit, a fully funded tax credit created to help businesses during these difficult times. The experts at Benchmark Human Capital are ready to help you get the money you are owed. The pre-qualification is absolutely free. Even if you got PPP money, this is more money that may be owed to you. Repayment is not necessary. The money is all yours. The IRS writes you a check. That's right, a check. Get your pre-qualification now if you have 10 employees or more. Call 800-535-ERTC. Take advantage of this tax credit while funds remain available. Call Benchmark Human Capital today at 800-535-ERTC and claim what is rightfully yours. That's 800-535-ERTC, 800-535-ERTC.
It's Back to the Future at the Oscars.
For the last 2 years,
Welcome to the Oscars.
the Motion Picture Academy altered its rules, allowing films that were essentially streaming-only films to compete. Now the pre-COVID rules are back in effect. Films must first be shown in theaters in one of several major cities for a 7-day period. This will not eliminate films on Netflix and other streaming services, but those films will need to be shown first in theaters. Steve Futterman, CBS News, Los Angeles.
The work of a late New York City graffiti artist has sold for tens of millions.
Yeah, I'm up at Brooklyn. Now I'm down in Tribeca.
Jean-Michel Basquiat's paintings are favorites of stars like Jay-Z. Last night, his 1982 Untitled, featuring African masks floating in front of a drip-painted background, sold for $85 million with fees. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Tim James. As Kay Ivey failed us, when governors like Ron DeSantis stood up for their states, Kay Ivey caved in. She ordered COVID mandates, just like vouching, closed our churches, raised our gas taxes. Ivey funded a transgender school where the rainbow flag flies right next to our American flag. Do we want our little ones to pledge allegiance to that? Governor Kay Ivey gave $2 million of your tax dollars to this school. It's hard to believe. I'm Tim James, but this election's not about me or her. It's about Alabama standing up for what's right and turning our country around. I'll get schools back to reading, writing, and arithmetic and stop the woke brainwashing of our children. Every child is created in the image of God. Every child has value and worth. I'll protect them all. It's time to fight back.
Paid for by Tim James, Governor, 2022.
Hi, folks, I'm Brent Woodall, and I'm running for place one on the Alabama Public Service Commission. I'm not just a Republican, I'm a conservative. I've been a member of 2 county Republican executive committees, the chairman of a county Young Republican Club, state treasurer of the Young Republicans, and in 2016, I had the honor of serving as a delegate for President Donald Trump at the Republican National Convention. I realized that the only rhino we need in Montgomery is the one at the zoo. You may not know this, but a lot of people in Alabama pay a hidden tax on their utility bills each month. That is wrong. We're taxed enough already. You shouldn't be taxed on your utility bill. My opponent has been at the Public Service Commission way too long, and during his time there has done nothing to get rid of that tax. I will. Help me get a rhino out of Montgomery. Vote Brent Woodall for Public Service Commission Place 1 on May 24th.
Political advertisement paid for by the committee to elect Brent Woodall. Post Office Box 740594, Tuscumbia, Alabama 35674.
It's a fact. Guys hate going to the doctor. But when it comes to erectile dysfunction and low testosterone issues, men from all over Montgomery have been thrilled seeing Dr. Alderson and the providers at Montgomery Men's Health. Men all the way up to 95 years old have jump-started their sex drive and energy levels. Lots of men suffer with ED for years, but now they're able to enjoy sex again. Tom from Montgomery said, Montgomery Men's Health has changed my life. I have been able to be intimate with my wife for the first time in 5 years. She thought this problem was because of her, but the pills never worked for me. I had given up until I went to the clinic and realized there were more options for erectile dysfunction. Now I'm happy and my wife is happy. A visit for only $99, and that includes all testing, including a PSA and testosterone test. Give the guys at the clinic a call at 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
Your Montgomery Biscuits are ready to take on the 2022 season with the best fans in minor league baseball. Join us for a summer full of theme weekends, celebrations, and the best biscuits in town. For ticket information, go to biscuitbaseball.com or call the box office at 323-BALL.
It's Dan Bongino every weekday from 2 till 5 p.m. right here on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
Okay. Okay, I'm waiting for my guest. I'm waiting for my guest to get here, and hopefully he'll get here sometime soon. We'll see what happens here. Of course, a lot of times people can't find this building. I don't know why, but because it's a big building. But you know, sometimes it's difficult. Of course, I went down. There's a building on Court Street that I can't seem to find sometimes also. Anyway, don't forget Camp Celebration. Camp Celebration. That's right, Camp Celebration. It is a Camp Celebration that provides children, teens, and their families with the opportunity to learn coping skills they can use during ongoing grief process. This is a camp by I guess it's sponsored by Mickey and Mona McDermott, and they they take kids and who just have a hard time with this thing, or before it gets to be a hard time, and they get to sit around with people and talk to people who've undergone the same thing. Okay. Anyway, for more information, and it's going to be on June the 11th at noon until 3:30 p.m. at Riverwalk Stadium on Coosa Street in Montgomery. Okay. You got to call them 747-5000. If you have a child that's recently, and I don't know what recent mean, I don't know if you ever get over it, but a child who's having a difficult time with somebody that's passed away, whether it's a mother, a father, a cousin, aunt, uncle, whatever, give them a call, and they'll love to sit down with you and let them have a good, for a moment in their young lives, they'll be able to sit down and just with other kids and people like that and forget about all this stuff for a minute. And that's what they're going to provide: food, entertainment, all kinds of things with them. But again, the number is called Mona McDermott, MOTT. Okay, 747-5000, 747-5000. And if you don't have anybody that's going through that, if you know somebody that's going through that, please tell them also. And that number again is 747-5000, 334-747-5000. That is called Camp Celebration. Okay, because kids and grown people too, we deal with death. I know it's tough on kids because I still have moments myself. Jimmy V said that every day you ought to cry, you ought to think, and you ought to laugh. I've had those days since my sister passed, where I've cried, I've laughed, and I've just it's been, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. So there are many of us out there that they don't have a camp celebration for old folks, so I gotta deal with this all on my own. I don't know, maybe if I put on a mask or something and let McDermott and them let me hang out down there too, because there are days I need somebody to talk to. But at the end of the day, you gotta deal with it. So as grown people, you can deal with it a whole lot better than you can with what I like about reading the obituary. You know what I like about it? I'm reading it. Okay, that's what I like about it. Anyway, good morning to you. Hope this day finds you well. I am anticipating a guest this morning, but until he gets here, there are other things that we can talk about this morning. And one of the things is this. Now, okay, there's going to be some people who are totally going to disagree with me on this one, and I'll understand that in a second. Oh, well, good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, Mayor.
Good morning.
Hey, somebody sent me a political quiz, and I'm trying to answer the questions, and because you are...
Yes, the mayor of the airways. Yes, yes.
The most knowledgeable person.
Yes, I have the answer. Yeah, I have the answer.
So it's five quick ones here.
Okay.
First one is, and they're political quotes. Who made these statements?
Okay.
Number one is, I'm not a crook.
Okay, that would have to go to one of the greatest presidents the United States has ever had, who initially was a VP under Eisenhower, I believe. That is Mr. Richard Milhous Nixon.
Look on the back. Bingo, you're right.
Yes, yes.
All right, number two.
Yes.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Now, I understand that we as Americans like to judge people. Okay, we do. We like to judge people for their mistakes, and I don't do that because, and listen, I got a dungeon full of mistakes that I've done. I don't do that. But for those who have done that, did you know who that was? That was Mr. William Clinton Bly, William Bly Clinton. Yeah, that was him. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Bingo.
Okay. Yeah.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Who said this? Mr. Gorbachev, tear down that wall.
Okay. That was probably one of the greatest presidents in the history of the United States. A man who I served in the United States military for years. And when I got my retirement papers, his name was on there. And of course, I relish it till the day. The only president that has ever laid in state that I cried as a grown man. And of course, that was Ronald Wilson Reagan.
Bingo, you got it.
Okay.
Number 4,
Yes.
ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country.
Now that was a man, and that statement was a great one. And it still holds validity today. Now my only problem about this particular president, he got a lot of accolades for helping the brothers out. Now I don't really know if he did that or not, since I don't know. I don't. But for some reason, every black person's house had a picture of him in it, and it was him and Abraham Lincoln and Martin Luther King. Now, I don't know what that's all about, but okay. But anyway, it was my man. Now, a war hero who actually was talked about in a book, Profiles in Courage. That's right, John Fitzgerald Kennedy.
Bingo, you got it.
Yeah.
Last but not least.
Okay.
Last but not least.
Yeah.
You're not getting the money until everybody is.
Well, now that's a tough one, because I know that a lot of people told the Ukrainians that, but this guy happened to be the VP at the time, working under the auspices of Barack Hussein Obama. And of course, that was the guy in the White House right now who don't really know what room he's in most of the time. But I'm gonna give him a break, give him respect. He is the president of the United States. But that would be Mr. Robinette Biden. Yeah, that's him. Mm-hmm.
This one's got multiple.
That's what I said. That's right. That's what I said. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Thank you for your help on this endeavor.
Not a problem. I got anytime you need some political answering. Okay. The other station is called Flowers. You just call me. Okay. Yeah. You call me. They call Steve Flowers. But anybody else wants to know anything politically, you just call me. I'm not Steve Flowers, but I'm smarter than Steve. Okay. I'm just saying. I no nothing against the brother, but they called him. They ought to call me. I'm still waiting for my guest before he gets here. Good morning.
Come on up here.
Good morning, Ed.
You love. Wait a minute. You love, but you hope for. You love, but you hope for. Otherwise.
Well, I don't know if you love what you hope for. What have you hoping for love?
The other day, I was talking with my old friend John of Liberation, and he told me about God had him to write. He was write about 7 churches in Canada. A few of those churches, people was in them who wanted to be somebody else. They didn't want to be themselves. They wanted to be somebody else in the church. And that's, those days we were talking about some people here want to be somebody else. And that happened a long time ago. Just like the chief paid Jesus, and, and disciple, you know what we're talking about. He's money and hate. Long time ago, and same thing like people. want to be, don't want to help today and yesterday. So I'm saying, things go round and round, my friend. But look around the world, my friend, and you can't. Have a good day, my friend.
All righty there, Mr. Ed. As long as you be nice, you can call. Don't be a butthole. You can call. All right. For the first time, every state in America, gas is above $4 a gallon. In California, as a matter of fact, it's even getting towards $6 a gallon. But hey, listen, y'all voted for the guy. You know, y'all voted for the guy, and the first thing that son of a gun did when he got in office is kill the leases for some of these private companies to drill for oil in our own country. He ought to be impeached just for that, for putting the national security of the United States in jeopardy. Because anytime you have to depend on somebody else for your oil, for your survival, you are putting us in danger. But hey, you guys voted for that son of a gun, crazy as a jaybird. But y'all put him in office, okay? And now we got to kiss people's butt to get oil. I say he ought to be impeached, okay? Almost for treason. But that's just me. That's just me. All right, let me see who this is. Good morning. Yes.
If Donald Trump would have been in with this going on with the gas prices going up,
It wouldn't happen. It wouldn't happen. No. Not this. No. But if the first, okay, wait. Now listen. Let's talk. Okay, let's use a little reason and logic here. If the first thing you do is stop us from becoming energy independent, putting us in a position where we have to kiss the Russians' butt. Wait a minute. That's not an opinion. That's what he did. What has he done that's good? What has he done that's good? What's he done? No, tell me. Okay, let me shut up. Hold. Wait a minute. I'm gonna shut up. Well, I'm gonna shut up and give you. Wait a minute. I'm going to shut up, and I'm going to allow you to tell me all the good things that the guy has done, and I'll give you 2 minutes to get it done. Go.
Exactly where it's at. Like you find the bad, you can find the good. So stop acting like a butthole every morning, Kevin, and acting like that. But when Mr. Ed called, you know what I'm saying? He always called you my friend. And you ain't his friend. You can't stand that man. You can't stand it. I don't know why.
But that's my prerogative, isn't it?
That's your prerogative, and you ain't got to use your prerogative all the time.
Oh, well, when he acts, wait a minute. When he acts decent, that's right. When he I don't mind being insulted by people who don't claim that they good Christian folks and read the Bible every day. I don't. But yeah, it does make a difference. You can't be a hypocrite. That's called hypocrisy. But and that's fine. And that's fine. I can live with that. But I can't live with people who, well, because Mr. Ed always acts. Okay. Well, listen. We are just going to agree to we. And I do. That's why I let him call. Okay. Listen. Yes, he does. Yeah, yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. He uses. Okay. All right. Really? We don't. Wait a minute. We've been talking for 3 minutes. We've been talking 3 minutes and 45 seconds. We've been talking 3 minutes, and I'll take 30 seconds of that. So you have been talking 3 minutes. It's a conversation. Well, I gave you the time to tell me what Biden has done that has been good for the nation. Okay. And so does my wallet. So does my wallet know what he's done. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right then. I appreciate it. You know, dude. Okay. Every time you ask a Democrat, show me something. They can't come up with anything. I'm willing to listen. Anything that the President of the United States, Mr. Joseph Robinette Biden, anything that he has done that is good for the United States since he's been in office, I want to hear it. Really, I want to hear it. All I know is everywhere I go, the prices have gone up because when you print money, and then print more money on top of that money, it devalues the money that you have. Okay, he stopped us from drilling our own oil, and now we're kissing the butt of the Saudis, kissing the butts of the Russians, kissing the butts of everybody to heat. My light bill's going up, my gas bill going up, my food bill's going up. I'm waiting for something else to go up. Just tell me what the guy has done that's good for America. That's all I'm looking for. Just give me something, anything. That's all I'm looking for. Just give me anything. I'll take anything. At this moment, I'll take anything. Good morning. Who's this? Yes.
Good morning.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you well.
Okay. That young lady, they're having that problem that she's been trying to call. I know you've seen her calling you.
I don't know. I don't know why y'all think I be seeing all these calls sometimes when I don't. Okay. I know, but don't accuse me. Don't accuse me of something. Nothing. Yeah. Okay, because I'm willing to listen. Well, I don't know if that's true or not, but I've been in the process of changing phones. Okay.
She needed some assistance. I so you had an organization that you may be able to help. You know, sometimes those people can get, I think, boxes or something. I don't know about it. You know, they need it because the state won't give them certain things that women have, certain products that they need, and the state have the money and stuff, but they decide that they don't want to give it to them. You don't want to give people toilet tissue, stuff of that nature, and all this stuff. That's bad. And so she was trying to call you. And the young lady that told me that, and she called me, I would have considered $10 $20 towards that if I had known in time. So you have an organization, what, Helping Hand, is that the name of it?
Right, but I only use that mainly during Christmas. I do. Trust me, brother. I do go in my own pocket. No, you brought up. I didn't bring that up.
But they didn't get it's a notice or something. Anyway, she was trying to call you. She called you and asked you for a gift box. She did not call me for a gift box. They called me for a lot of other things. They called me.
Okay. Well, I haven't gotten that. Again, I've been changing phones the last couple of days with Sprint. So.
They called me to put that good one on their phone so they can have money to call on their phone. And we do a lot of things. But anyway, I just thought I would throw that in. But you know, first is the president. I don't know why you sit there and call that man against and all that. But that's
He is one.
But I just, you know, but would you let nobody talk about Trump now?
Listen, Trump didn't do everything right either. Yes, I will.
You would not let nobody back in. Now you let him do it. But when that man was in office, you would not let your caller, who he was doing all that crazy stuff. I used to listen to you.
All the crazy stuff he did didn't cost me.
No, but you
it costs me now. It costs me now. It didn't cost, the things he didn't cost me with his personality, but now everything is costing us. Okay. That's right. He deserved to be talked about. Yes. Let me ask you, have you actually been to the grocery store lately and putting gas in you? It does. It's his policy. It's his policies. I appreciate that. You've been talking for 4 minutes. You've been talking for 4 minutes. You've been talking for 4 minutes, though. Yeah. Y'all, listen, I don't got to show up. My check is not dependent upon showing out. Why would I? Wait a minute. Why would I do that? I don't care much about anybody but myself. I ain't trying to get. Wait a minute. I am brown. I don't need no more points. Philosophically, I did say that. But y'all just forget that word sometimes. If you think that the guy in the White House is not hurting this country, that I don't hate Mr. Ed. I don't hate him. I can't stand it. That's right. Yeah. But that ain't. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm too old to be whooped about Sunday school. All right on. Anyway, time to go. Okay, gotta take a break. We'll come back. I don't know where my guest is this month. I had a guest coming. That's why I wasn't ready for this. But anyway, but of course I got plenty of things to talk about. So we'll be back. Uno momento. I don't know where Leo Spencer Lewis is. He's supposed to be up here. All right then. Maybe come at 8 o'clock or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, we'll be back right after this message, 860-1440. And again, the new phone number that I transferred, I only got one number now, 241-9998. Yesterday I was going through the transfer, so if I missed call, sorry about that. But we'll be back, 241-9998. If you want to text me, whatever the case may be, that'd be fine.
From audiobooks to exclusive originals to podcasts, find it all on Audible. Sign up and start free at audible.com.
The hottest day of the next 7 comes today. High temperatures around 95 degrees, a good deal of sunshine, just some clouds mixed in, similar to the sky that we had yesterday. No rain, no storms. It will certainly be on the humid to muggy side, so it may feel a few degrees hotter than it actually is. For tonight, we're down into the upper 60s to around 70. We're quiet Friday. I can't rule out a shower or storm coverage very low, and then showers and storms on and off through the weekend.
That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. So far, so good. Your Thursday holds no major problems or accidents. Nothing's being reported by the authorities to send you on an alternate route. Looking at your traffic flow map, all the interstates are moving smoothly. That's always good news. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. Trenton State Community College is offering continuing education classes in pharmacy technician and medical billing and coding. Classes start June 6th. Call 420-4240. That's Trenton State Continuing Education. Buckle up, it's the law for Montgomery Skywatch Traffic. This is Major Delay.
Why are you driving around town on those old ball tires? Do you like living dangerously? Say no to old, bald, and dangerous. All your tire needs is
Tom Hannity Show. Join me every afternoon at 2 right here on News Radio 1440.
This is Cozy Wolf from American Ocean. This is your special invitation to our 28th anniversary sale going on now. For a limited time, everything in American Ocean Moore's inventory catalog and special orders is 50% off the top tag price. That's right, half off. Living room, dining room, bedroom, home office, and outdoor. It's free financing available. Hurry, sale ends soon. Mattress, accessories, and cozy excluded.
Like we've been saying for almost 30 years. You don't think fake money, don't settle for fake wood. Good morning, Alabama. How'd you sleep last night?
You can buy a mattress anywhere, but at Wolf Boys Bedding, we want to make sure you get a good night's sleep. We will take the time to show you how a mattress is made and what supports you and gives you comfort. Then let you make the decision on what's best for you. Whether you need an inexpensive mattress or a great night's sleep, we have you covered. Shop the Better Sleep Sale and get up to $400 off on Heritage Sleep's homegrown collection.
Don't count sheep, get a great night's sleep from Wolf Boys Bedding next to American Oak Moore.
Being here with Just Blinds in Prattville, I want to keep you from experiencing the disappointment of buying your next blinds or shades from one of those big box stores, or even worse, from one of those internet companies with lots of empty promises and cheap products made outside of the USA. Just Blinds is committed to delivering the best in American-made window treatments and the latest in motorization and smart home options. Don't be disappointed. Visit Just Blinds showroom in Prattville today or online at gojustblinds.com.
Nostalgia and girl power take the stage at Alabama Shakespeare Festival with the marvelous Wonderettes. If you're a fan of girl group pop music from the 50s and 60s and know the power of good girlfriends, you'll love Springfield High's Missy, Susie, Cindy Lou, and Betty G, in what the New York Times calls an utter charm bomb. Bring your best girls and save with group rates. Get tickets now at asf.net or 271-5353.
We're offering you another great sweet deal from Alabama Shakespeare Festival starting Friday, May 20th at 8 a.m. Visit this station's website to get 2 tickets to ASF's performance of Marvelous Wonderettes for the price of 1. This sweet deal starts 8 a.m. and offers are limited, so act fast. Friday, May 20th at 8 a.m. Just visit the station's website and click Sweet Deals to get your ticket to the Marvelous Wonderettes at Alabama Shakespeare Festival.
Another Guardian Credit Union story.
Hey, are we trimming the same as usual?
Yeah.
How's your baby girl doing?
She's great, but with 3 kids, we really need more space.
You should check out Guardian Credit Union. We got a home equity line of credit from Guardian to finish our basement. They have low rates and a great team that's easy to work with.
Really?
Yeah, my mom got a Guardian home loan to buy her house. They refinance too.
Thanks. I'll check them out.
Connect with Guardian for all your lending needs.
Hey, Montgomery, Prattville, and surrounding areas. Matt Parsley here with Budget Car and Truck Sales. We're all feeling the pinch. With everything going up, I'm sorry to say at Budget, we're going to have to take away the nickel down sale, and we're raising it to a dime. Yep, that's right, 1 dime, 1 thin dime. It's dime time. Yep, it's dime time. If you've got a dime and some time, shop over 300 compact, mid-size, full-size luxury cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. And if you're looking to sell your car, we're buying, and we'll buy it on the spot with no trade-in required. Owe too much on your trade? We'll pay up to $4,256 over Kelley Blue Book for most trades. And if credit problems in the past prevent you from driving a like new car today, we understand. My credit approval process will help you rebuild your credit and get you financed when others can't. We are Budget Car and Truck Sales. So if you've got a little time and a dime, visit us in Montgomery,
Time and a dime.
Mendel Parkway, or 508 McQueen Smith Road in Prattville. Check us out online at buybudgetonline.com.
Hey, I'm Jake from Long Island, and my portfolio performance honestly just wasn't cutting it. I was looking for something more. So I researched alternative investments like crypto and NFTs, but they didn't make sense to me. Then I read about Masterworks and Forbes. I did my research and invested over $55,000 with them. I know it was the smart thing to do. I tell all my family and friends about Masterworks, and now I'm telling you.
Before deciding to invest, carefully review the important disclosures at masterworks.io/disclaimer.
Summer's just around the corner, so stock up on your favorite Untuckit shirts to look sharp and feel casual even as temperatures start to rise. Untuckit shirts are designed to be worn untucked. They have the perfect untucked length and fits for all shapes and sizes. Try new arrivals like sweat-wicking performance shirts and short-sleeve button-downs to help beat the heat. This summer, keep your cool in Untuckit shirts designed to be worn untucked. Use code SUNSHINE for 20% off your first purchase at untuckit.com.
Folks in Otaga and Elmore counties know the difference between right and wrong. When politicians say one thing but do another, it's time for change in the State House. Jerry Starnes is a change in the right direction. He's a husband, a father, and a Christian conservative. Jerry Starnes is a Purple Heart decorated veteran. Jerry Starnes is a man of strong character, a man who loves his wife, and a man you can trust. Paid for by Jerry Starnes for State House of Representatives, 1695 Winstone Way, Prattville, Alabama, 36066.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial.
Ben Shapiro.
The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
Alrighty then. If I had only known the last time would be the last time.
Well, I was supposed to have Leo Spencer Lewis Jr. in with me this morning, but he must evidently got something came up, but he was going to be here. Anyway, good morning to you. See, I wouldn't have to go through these conversations. See, I know this wasn't going to be a political hour. It was just going to be an hour about the word and things of that nature. Anyway, good morning to you. 860-1440 before I get into any other interesting comments that I want to make this morning. Let me see who's this. Who's been on here first? Okay, this person is right here. Good morning on there. Good morning.
Good gracious. You know, I've kind of been listening at the show for
Yeah.
a while.
Yes.
And it just amazed me. It goes back to what some of the old people have always told me.
Mm-hmm.
People are what come out of their mouth. And when you, even you, Kevin, with all that ignorant, stupid, and can we have a decent conversation? Even if the person says something stupid, that's the position they're in. Kind of put it on the table and sort what you can use out of it. Let it go. But we all got to do it. It's name calling from top to bottom. I mean, good gracious. I can deal with it. But, I can deal with it professionalism for what it's called. When you disrespect the brothers there,
and I agree with you, but right, but let me get to it. When our leaders in Congress and in the states and all that disrespected Trump in a way that no president of the United States has ever been misused, man. And until this day, I can't call him a traitor, call him that he working for the Russians, and then we find out that the people who were actually working for the Russians were the Clintons.
Yeah, do you remember when President Biden, Trump got in the Nixon got in the office?
Right.
He had a meeting with the Soviet, I think, foreign minister.
Okay.
He didn't want an American interpreter in there, only the Russian himself and that prime minister.
Okay.
And I won't ever forget that. So he set the standard.
But that's his prerogative, though. That's his prerogative. He's the president of the United States.
But it's also people's prerogative. When you've been in the office, you can be chastised. That's part of being in office.
Well, that's true.
Name calling, good gracious, right? At any level, I don't care whether it's Biden.
Right. Right.
There's a point somewhere.
Hey.
We gotta
Okay.
And
I somewhat agree, but let me ask you something, my friend. What if you are ignorant and stupid?
But then that's me. Whoever says it, they're talking about themselves.
Not really. The words mean things. Words mean things. And I know the definition of them. Words mean things.
If that person is ignorant and stupid, who are you?
The word stupid means people with normally a third grade mentality, as is defined in Webster's dictionary. And sometimes the president of the United States gets up there like he's on a third grade mentality. He can't remember what he said. He can't. Hey, sorry about that.
Maine was a country. So calm down.
He was what?
Always remember that. He asked me about Maine was a country. What country is that?
Well, Obama thought we had 52 states. Yeah, but so the Democrats can say all kinds of things, but if we wait a minute, but if we said we're being unprofessional, the other side of the spectrum. Okay. Now you wait, hold it. You are a Marine. I'm a soldier. Now let me tell you something. The right for free speech was not so you could only hear the things you wanted to. It was to hear the things that you didn't want to hear. I'm just using my right.
And I respect that, Kevin. But somewhere we got to be more professional.
Mm-hmm.
We're all better than this. And no matter how stupid a person's conversation sounds,
Mm-hmm.
that's where they have to be, and that's what you have to respect. But I enjoy you.
Okay. Okay. All right. I mean, just sometimes telling the truth is hard on the ears. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, Kevin.
Yes.
Good morning. I just noticed Monday there was a teenager that climbed Everest, and today they're announcing that an all-black team made it to the top.
I'm just trying to figure out why you're climbing the mountain. Okay.
You know, India's about to burn up on the other side of the hump. This guy I knew who used to fly the hump at night.
Yeah.
You know, during World War II. Montgomery, how about that? He was a pilot. The reason I called was a couple of times I've been actually watching television in the morning, and for 2 days in a row now, WSFA has reported that, and Mayor Reed, congratulations, that our budget and things are kind of falling in line. And it's probably so, because I'm sure that some of the people, and you can name them, that's been there forever, are helping him.
Right.
Just maybe, when the last mayor left, there wasn't nothing left. So, which way is up?
Right. But now, and again, I listen, I voted for Stephen Reed. Right. I voted for Stephen Reed because I knew intellectually he was more than capable of running the city. My only issue that I've had with the mayor are the social constructs he wants to put in place. But as far as his ability to lead, he did a great job at the probate office. I didn't have any issue with him being capable of leading this city academically and intellectually, not whatsoever. But I do got a couple issues with some of the social constructs that he wants to put in place, and I think are unnecessary. But there's no doubt in my mind he can do that. But again, when you're getting all kind, when you're getting all kind of money, when you're getting all kinds of money from the federal government, we ought to be able to get the budget straight.
Well, there's industry here too, but you're right about that. One other thing, didn't you live in Tacoma?
I surely did.
You know where Bridgeport Way is? I was out there the year of the World's Fair.
Right.
And the Space Needle, and all that.
Right.
But anyway, some guys came to our class. I was in the 9th grade at Hudloff Junior High School, in the Silicon area. But anyway, they had a sporting goods shop. This is for all you people that were ever at Fort Lewis. And I think it was called the Villa Plaza. And these guys were part of the team, the first American team to climb Mount Everest. And, they talked about it. They actually trained on Mount Rainier.
Yeah.
You know how beautiful that is.
Yep.
Having lived out there. And I just thought I'd quiz you on that. And to see it happen, but, back to what you were talking about, it's all connected. Even this formula, Abbott Industries, you know the term Similac.
Right.
Similar, that's where they came from. And I got to figure it out. I don't know if Abbott owned it or not. But, back in the 80s, I was in the corporate world, and AIDS was coming about. And we were, the contact lens business, we were alerted by the FDA that you can't let these kids be interchanging these lenses because AIDS is transferred by body fluid. They got that far into it. But, Similac, 60 Minutes did a report on this a long time ago, where they started taking it to Africa.
Well, right now they're taking it to the border and giving it to all the illegal aliens.
Yeah, I know. Let me finish. I'm gonna tie something together for you. This is real. You know, I'm an old guy, but anyway, and they showed how these women were taking it and taking water from some of the streams where they got their water and diluting it.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was talk about how AIDS started in Africa. And my mother, who breastfed 11 children, she's still alive, and she said something. She says, "Well, their immune systems will disappear."
And I'm trying to figure out. But look at this now. Let me finish. Well, brother, I gotta go though. I gotta go. You've been on 8 minutes.
You were gonna let me talk and go ask you if I can finish.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I gotta go, brother. You put me to sleep on that one. We'll be back right after these messages. Mr. Hobson, my man. We'll be back.
Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Indeed.com. Need to hire? Need Indeed. Their hiring platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates in one place. Sponsor a job and immediately get a short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
The hottest day of the next 7 comes today. High temperatures around 95 degrees. Sunshine, just some clouds mixed in, similar to the sky that we had yesterday. No rain, no storms. It will certainly be on the humid to muggy side, so it may feel a few degrees hotter than it actually is. For tonight, we're down into the upper 60s to around 70. We're quiet Friday. I can't rule out a shower or storm coverage very low, and then showers and storms on and off through the weekend. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. So far, so good. Your Thursday holds no major problems or accidents. Nothing's being reported by the authorities to send you on an alternate route. Looking at your traffic flow map, all the interstates are moving smoothly. That's always good news. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. Trenton State Community College is offering continuing education classes in pharmacy technician and medical billing and coding. Classes start June 6th. Call 420-4240. That's Trenton State Continuing Education. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Attention River Region listeners. Take advantage of 4 new tires with no money down at Chico's Auto Pros.
Declare your freedom and start your journey. Jeep Freedom Days are here at Talus Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Your journey will be better in the all-new Grand Wagoneer. Yours is here now. Get more done with the 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn with 0% financing for 60 months. And right now, your trade-in is worth more than ever. TalisEautomotive.com, where you drive a little, save a lot. With approved credit, must finance through Chrysler Capital. Dealer retains all factory incentives. See dealer for details.
Retired Colonel James Henderson, ordained minister.
Kay Ivey shut the churches down but kept the abortion clinics open. Kay Ivey is aiding and abetting murder when she allowed the abortion mills to stay open. Lindy Blanchard is a defender of life. She adopts children. She stands for life. She's the most pro-life candidate for governor I've ever known. That's why I'm supporting Lindy Blanchard, the governor we need.
Paid by Blanchard for Governor, Box 241331, Montgomery, Alabama.
It's a fact. Guys hate going to the doctor. But when it comes to erectile dysfunction and low testosterone issues, men from all over Montgomery have been thrilled seeing Dr. Alderson and other providers at Montgomery Men's Health. Men all the way up to 95 years old have jump-started their sex drive and energy levels. Lots of men suffer with ED for years, but now they're able to enjoy sex again. Tom from Montgomery said, Montgomery Men's Health has changed my life. I have been able to be intimate with my wife for the first time in 5 years. She thought this problem was because of her, but the pills never worked for me. I had given up until I went to the clinic and realized there were more options for erectile dysfunction. Now I'm happy and my wife is happy. A visit for only $99, and that includes all testing, including a PSA and testosterone test. Give the guys at the clinic a call at 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com.
I'm attorney Fernando Morgan, candidate for Circuit Court Judge, Clay Street, and Family Court. This is a countywide election. I believe strong families equal strong communities. As a husband of 21 years and father of 2, my family is very important to me, and your family is important to me as well. With 14 years of experience, I am Alabama's only certified child welfare law specialist, and I volunteer on 2 court approval committees. On May 24th, vote Fernando Morgan for Circuit Judge, because when it comes to your family, experience matters. Paid for the committee to Fernando Morgan Circuit Judge.
Paid for by Christian Care Ministry.
Let's see, if something costs less,
Gender
people
neutral.
are happier.
That's where we are.
That sounds like something to look into, and that's Medishare. Maybe you've heard switching to Medishare to pay for healthcare can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch too. The customer satisfaction rate for Medishare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Medishare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need: 855-51-BIBLE. That's 855-51-BIBLE. 855-51-BIBLE.
Hey, I'm Jake from Long Island, and my portfolio performance honestly just wasn't cutting it. I was looking for something more, so I researched alternative investments like crypto and NFTs, but they didn't make sense to me. Then I read about Masterworks and Forbes. I did my research and invested over $55,000 with them. I know it was the smart thing to do. I tell all my family and friends about Masterworks, and now I'm telling you.
Before deciding to invest, carefully review the important disclosures at masterworks.io/disclaimer.
Summer's just around the corner, so stock up on your favorite Untuckit shirts to look sharp and feel casual even as temperatures start to rise. Untuckit shirts are designed to be worn untucked. They have the perfect untucked length and fits for all shapes and sizes. Try new arrivals like sweat-wicking performance shirts and short-sleeve button-downs to help beat the heat. This summer, keep your cool in Untuckit shirts designed to be worn untucked. Use code SUNSHINE for 20% off your first purchase at untuckit.com.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show.
Chinese, the Russians, don't fear Joe Biden.
On News Radio 1440.
Okay, then we're back. It is about 3 minutes to the hour, or something close to it anyway. About 5 minutes to the hour. I'm going to phone right quick before I get dogged about something else. Good morning.
Good morning, Kevin.
Yes.
You know that one guy he said he was a Marine. I got a challenge for him. I will never call this station again if he'll promise not to call it in. If he can prove anywhere Trump's name was the country.
Yeah, I never heard of that, but hey.
You know, I challenge him to do it. He's all on the honesty. And then the other day you had a guy act like he agreed talking about how grandma's going to fall out of Georgia because she can't get water.
Yeah, I know.
That's an absolute lie. You ought to read the law. Georgia's had more early voting than it's ever had in its history on this thing. The law says that political groups cannot approach the line with water or food. It doesn't say your brother, mother, or anybody can't offer you water. We even have the same laws in Alabama that political groups can't approach the line for going into the thing. But these people who think they're so educated, so smart, they just take up the talking points of MSNBC. But I want that Marine to take my challenge. I promise never to call in. If he'll promise never to call in, if he can't prove that Trump's name was a state, I'm listening for him to call in.
Okay. Well, I'll let him call back next hour if he got that. If he can give me the record. Good morning. Who's this? Is that it? That's all you got? Okay, I'm just checking. Anyway, all right. So much for that. I have got to get call blocked up here. I'm gonna get it sooner or later. Anyway, for the first time in the history of the United States, since gas been around, every state in America has gas over $4 a gallon now. And unless you live in California, where some of the really stupid things are done, it's like $6 a gallon. And now California's going to go to another type of gas. Woo! I tell you what, first time ever. And you telling me that, oh, Lord. Listen, I am willing to open up the lines to anybody that can tell me a good thing that the President Joseph Robinette Biden has done for the United States. Yeah, I'll call somebody in Washington, have them call the show. I just want to know one good thing he has done that has benefited the citizens of the United States in a positive way since he's been in office. Just give me one. I'll accept one. And if it's one, I'll just shut up about it. Okay, I just need to know. Bye. We'll be back.
12 News Update on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams with WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Thursday. The countdown is on to primary election day, and ahead of the big day, every county in Alabama has received a new state-issued laptop to count votes. Alabama's Secretary of State says these are new computers, but it isn't a new process. They issued them to protect against hackers. Now to the latest pandemic news. COVID-19 cases, deaths, and hospitalizations are on the rise nationwide. And here in Alabama, there are 15 counties in the high transmission risk category. Those counties include Autauga, Macon, and Lee counties. Maxwell Air Force Base is set to host a hiring fair aimed at civilians looking for job opportunities. There are a number of job positions open, including kitchen staff, child and youth services, and office positions. The job fair is slated to take place from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. on June 9th at Eastdale Mall in Montgomery. I'm Jasmine Williams with WSFA 12 News, and these are your morning headlines.
WLWI AM, the home of the Ben Shapiro Show, and heard on 95.1 HD3 FM, Montgomery.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Financial markets open in half an hour, and investors are keeping a close eye on the numbers a day after stocks suffered their worst day in almost 2 years. The Dow plummeted more than 1,100 points after earnings reports from Target and Walmart. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger.
Fear is among investors. High prices, people not spending as much, corporate profits going down, maybe there's a recession.
Market strategist Matt Orton is optimistic.
As long as we don't get any more negative news, I think the market is oversold enough that we see a bounce.
Right now, Dow futures are down 338, S&P futures off 39. The 18-year-old suspect in last weekend's mass shooting at a supermarket in Buffalo is due in court this hour. He's already pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder. New York's governor has announced an investigation into the social media platforms the alleged shooter used leading up to the attack. The Biden administration is turning up the heat in the abortion rights battle ahead of a possible Supreme Court ruling overturning Roe v. Wade. Today, Vice President Harris plans to hear directly from doctors and nurses in a virtual meeting with abortion providers. Correspondent Ed O'Keefe.
The White House is trying to keep this issue in focus as election season continues, and as we await a final ruling, the U.S. Marshals are now helping provide protection to Supreme Court justices and their families amid concerns about threats to them.
President Biden's invoked the Defense Production Act in an effort to speed up deliveries of baby formula to store shelves. Lawmakers in the House have passed 2 measures in response to critical shortages. Help can't come soon enough for moms like Morgan Hyde in Houston and her baby Gunner.
Most postpartum women are worried about losing weight and we're getting back into their clothes, and all of us are worried about how we're going to feed these little babies.
Women with severe period cramps could get a pass at work overseas. Correspondent Vicki Barker at the Foreign Desk.
Taiwan, South Korea, Japan, Zambia, and Indonesia already offer paid menstrual leave. The proposed legislation would make Spain the first European country to do the same. It would apply to any woman whose doctor certifies she's suffering acute menstrual pain.
Her mom won't be there as planned. So some of Wynonna Judd's country music friends are joining her for her tour this fall. Faith Hill, Trisha Yearwood, and Little Big Town among the stars who will sing with Wynonna following her mother Naomi's death. A day before, the Judds were inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame. This is CBS News.
There's always something new under the sun. CBS Mornings, weekdays on CBS.
Do
know what people see when they Google you? Search engines don't always get it right. And when they're wrong, it's your reputation on the line. So what do you do when you don't agree with your search results? Call Reputation Defender at 800-401-6681. Reputation Defender is one of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. We have over a decade of experience in fixing people's search results, and we can help you too. Using cutting-edge approaches, Reputation Defender pushes unflattering information down to lower pages of your search results, where few people ever look. We also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, letting you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. You owe it to yourself to take control with Reputation Defender. Visit www.reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 for free advice on your situation. That's 800-401-6681.
Wildfires are still scorching the Southwest.
More than 2,000 firefighters are battling a massive wildfire in the mountains of northeastern New Mexico, the largest in the U.S. right now. 3 national forests will be closing today in New Mexico. Hiker Ed Whited understands why.
We notice just how dry everything is. The net benefit is let's preserve the forest. Close it down while it's dry.
High fire danger alerts because of high winds and dry conditions are in effect today for parts of New Mexico, Nevada, Arizona, and Colorado. Jim Crisula, CBS News.
Broadway is making way for Neil Diamond's story. Producers say a new musical about his life and career will open in December on the Great White Way. A Beautiful Noise will have a 6-week run ahead of that in Boston, beginning June 21st. Sweet Caroline is a favorite for sports fans at Fenway Park. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
America could soon enter stagflation territory with slow economic growth, high unemployment, and high inflation. That is why I recommend Gold IRA.
You can reach me by train.
I want to remind you to get first gold free and shelter your savings with Gold IRA. To get your free copy, text the word shelter to 989898. With stagflation looming, it's critical that you act today. Text shelter to 9898.
Yeah, he got Trump out of the White House, and how we doing now?
Candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
Hey, Montgomery, Prattville, and surrounding area. Matt Parsley here with Budget Car and Truck Sales. We're all feeling the pinch. With everything going up, I'm sorry to say at Budget, we're going to have to take away the nickel down sale, and we're raising it to a dime. Yep, that's right, 1 dime, 1 thin dime. It's dime time. Yep, it's dime time. If you've got a dime and some time, shop over 300 compact, mid-size, full-size luxury cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. And if you're looking to sell your car, we're buying, and we'll buy it on the spot with no trade-in required. Owe too much on your trade? We'll pay up to $4,256 over Kelley Blue Book for most trades. And if credit problems in the past prevent you from driving a light new car today, we understand. My credit approval process will help you rebuild your credit and get you financed when others can't. We are Budget Car and Truck Sales. So if you've got a little time and a dime, visit us in Montgomery at 61 Mendel Parkway or 508 McQueen Smith Road in Prattville. Check us out online, buybudgetonline.com.
Alabama's one and only, Kay Ivey.
Washington wants to control everything we do, but that isn't happening here in Alabama. We do not teach hate to our kids. We do not pay people to quit work, and we do not use tax dollars to kill our babies.
Kay Ivey. Her Alabama common sense drives Washington liberals nuts.
I signed the strongest pro-life law in America. I stood with Trump to ensure no election here can ever be stolen.
But that's not all. Kay Ivey threw Common Core out of our schools, banned transgender youth sports, and passed constitutional carry to protect our Second Amendment rights. Kay Ivey, the conservative governor the woke left loves to hate.
America's the greatest country in the world. Joe Biden may not get that, but here in Alabama, we always will.
Here in Alabama?
For Alabama. Paid for by Kay Ivey for Governor, Inc., P.O. Box 966, Montgomery, Alabama, 36101.
I tend to second guess dinners with friends because they're often interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall. If you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit Creon.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREON.com.
Got questions about your roof? River Region Contracting has the answer. Google River Region Contracting today or visit the website, riverregioncontracting.com.
Folks in Otaga and Elmore counties know the difference between right and wrong. When politicians say one thing but do another, it's time for change in the State House. Jerry Starnes is a change in the right direction. He's a husband, a father, and a Christian conservative. Jerry Starnes is a Purple Heart decorated veteran. Jerry Starnes is a man of strong character, a man who loves his wife, and a man you can trust. Paid for by Jerry Starnes for State House of Representatives, 1695 Winstone Way, Prattville, Alabama, 36066.
He's smart, witty, and fast on the draw. It's Mark Levin this afternoon at 5 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Okay, now before I get back into any substantive conversations, here's a conversation right here that all you guys need to talk about, at least the ones who still want to be guys. There's some question whether or not that the epidemic is taking over America. So, hey guys, do you know that having your testosterone checked is a good thing? Something you should do at least every couple of years to make sure that you're in good health. Now, I didn't know that until I went out there and visited the folks at Montgomery Men's Health, okay? But they told me a lot of guys suffer from low T, okay, and don't even realize it, okay? They got low libido, okay? You just don't feel like you used to. Well, it could be low T. That T stands for testosterone. Low T treatments can truly change your life. Most men experience, after having it corrected, higher energy, better gains in the gym, better mental clarity, improved sleep patterns, a faster metabolism, which actually may help you lose weight. And you may even notice a little more step in your step, as you're walking around talking to the ladies. Okay. They may say, whoa, where did he come from? I'm just saying, so what you need to do is get on the phone and call Men's Health. Okay, 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Okay, it's only $99. The best 99. That's a couple of cases of beer. Okay, and so now let's get out there before it goes up too, because we don't want that to go up. Okay, but you'll know your numbers and everything the same day. It ain't like you take it today and 3 months later you got to find out what it is. No, you'll find out the same day. Okay, get your six-pack back, get your life back, get that energy back, get that metabolism up, and you can go play a game of basketball with me. Okay, because I can still play. I never get picked because I always leave me on the side of the road, but I can still play. Okay, I'm just saying. So anyway, 334-440-3663. That's right, Montgomery Men's Health. All right, don't waste it. It's the best $99 you can spend on yourself. 860-1440 is your number here. You want to give us a call up, talk to whatever on your mind. Let me see who this is. Good morning. Yes.
You don't know who this is?
I know exactly who it is.
Well, I'm Tucker Carlson.
Okay, well.
I hear you beating up on the president. You making half as much the president
I could certainly do no worse.
Well, no, you can't do any worse. Now, you talking about your white man trapped in the body, and it's a philosophy, according to Tucker Carlson and Alexander Stevens, it's about the subjugation of the black man and white supremacy.
And how long are we going to use that lying excuse?
Until you give me an answer.
Okay. Now, I will say this, but I'll meet you halfway, okay? Because I don't want to be intellectually dishonest. I will meet you halfway when we say white supremacy, okay? Now, there's no doubt in my mind that when America was conceived, had nothing to do with black folks. Black folks had nothing to do with making America what it is. The concept of America was not a black person's concept. It was the people who came from England, who most of them were totally white. And when they forged this country, they made things that benefit them. Okay, okay. I mean, so would I. So I'm not going to say it is systemically. Systemically, I would imagine that one could argue the fact that a lot of the institutions of this country are systemically somewhat discriminatory, because a group of people in this country at that time of conception was not considered part of this country. So I will say that much. But in 2022, there's not a man, because you. Okay, that's good. That's good. Well, I don't know if you can be a white Negro. Negro means black, but okay. But anyway, so much of that. Okay, again, nobody can argue that the systems in place in America, okay, did not consider black folks when those systems evolved, when they came about. There's no doubt about it. So to say that, and I've been in error for some years, to say that there is no discrimination in the systems, the institution, it would be a lie. But I don't believe that the current crop of people are responsible for those systems. But do they take? Is there an advantage? Absolutely. But the one thing I love about America is that in 2022, there really is no reason, if you want to put in the work, to be successful at something. And there always will be discrimination. As a matter of fact, if America was all black right now, there would still be discrimination. That's just the human condition. We are selfish people, human beings sometimes. That's just the way we are. But again, I cannot lie. I got to be intellectually honest. Yeah, there are many institutions in this country that are discriminatory. And a lot of it's based on, I don't know if it's based on race or based on culture, but nobody can stop you from doing the things you want to do. It's the only place in the world. Just because you're born poor, don't mean you have to leave here the same way. So I believe in America. I don't believe in everything, but I believe in the concept of America. I'm sorry. We can whine about it, sit around. There are too many people in this country who started out with nothing that have something and have made a difference in a lot of people's lives. And a lot of folks are black who made a difference, who did things. So, Anyway, 860-1440, if there's a number here you want to give us a call. Going on to something else. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes. And so what? So what? So what? Right. So then come up with your own platform, man. Then come up with your own platform. Do something about it. Instead of whine about it. Do something about it. Well, let me ask you a question here. Isn't there a school in America called MIT? Isn't that one of the greatest? Wait a minute. Isn't that one? And it, wait a minute. Listen, that's crap. That's unreal. It'll never be the same for everybody. Never. It won't be. So sometimes, and appreciate. Sometimes you just got to call when you meet the hill. Go up the hill, and I got to tell you something. If a mountain only had smooth sides to it, nobody could get up it. It's tough, but climb it anyway. All right, climb it anyway. Stop whining. Good morning. Yes. Yes. Well, somebody. Yes. well, wait a minute. Okay, wait. Here's the deal. A 25-year-old. Well, okay. Here's my thing. Richard Bailey, who's one of the eminent historians. Well, let me explain to you what I'm saying. Okay, but that's okay. But I've got to bring Richard Bailey into this. I know. Okay, be quiet for a second. Let me explain my position here. Richard Bailey came on the show a year or so ago, and he said, right. And okay, well let me finish what I got to say, then I'll let me finish what he said. Okay, he said, and if he's out there somewhere, somebody call him, tell him I misquote him, he can call me. He said that in their studies, it showed that people 45 and below could care less about race. He said at the time we talked about this, it was those people 65 and above who held on to it. Now those same people today, bro, and that's true. Well, the fact that I'm here, wait a minute. Right, but the young folks today, but the young folks today, I mean, they don't really think about race, okay, except that food that went and thing the other day. Yeah. I'm talking about the people under 50 years old today think less about race than the folks who are older. Well, those people under 50 years old, I really love the. Oh, I know where you're trying to take me. I know where you're trying to take me. You try to okay. The current crop of white people who are under 50 years old don't really care about race. The majority of them don't. But those that are 65 and older, certainly, they got issues because they stuck with the past. They're stuck with the things that happened to them. Those that did it and those who were the recipients of that behavior. You can say what you listen. Bye. Y'all just you can't let it go. And again, though, now periodically we will have incidents that happened the other day in Buffalo, New York. Okay, but what amazes me in America, now this is what amazes me in America, and I love to have this conversation with somebody. What amazes me in America, we get national headlines when a white person kills black people. But when black folks kill each other, do you know we lost 7,000 black young men in Vietnam. 7,000. We lost about 19,000 in 2020, and that was a 15-year war. But we lost almost 20,000 in 2019 of black folks killing each other. Now, my dilemma here is that we make a distinction on who kills us by which we are going to raise hell. But we won't raise that same hell nationally when the same people that look like us kill us. I do not understand that. I would never understand that. And I don't want to hear this stuff about, well, they knew each other and they knew. Bullet don't know anybody. Okay, I'm just saying, we lost 7,000 young men, black men in Vietnam. We lost 19,000 black men in 2020. Okay, and it hadn't got much better in the ensuing years. So I'm just trying to figure out, why is our lives more valuable when a white person kills us? And that's, I don't get that. Please, somebody call me and tell me why. We can't get Black Lives Matter. We can't get old Al. We can't get nobody to step into Chicago and answer. And just this last weekend, 50 people shot, 7 killed. I mean, it's just one weekend. So I'm confused. I'm confused of why it is that we don't think our lives worth anything unless white people kill us. I don't get that. I just don't. So we raise a whole bunch of hell on the radio and TV, national, when a white man died, and rightfully so. But we won't raise the same hell when we can't walk down our streets, when people are shot in their home. They're not outside gang banging. They're in their homes. When children are killed in cars going down the Dan Ryan Expressway. And they're killed trying to go to school by black folks. And so we can't, so I call it hypocrisy. That's what I call it. It's what I call. So I don't get it. I just don't understand why we can't raise the same amount of hell when black folks kill us as we do when white folks kill black folks. I just don't get it. And I'm looking for a reasonable, and I don't want to hear that BS about where they knew each other. They fighting each other because it's personal. Dead is dead. So I'm waiting for somebody to give me a reasonable explanation of why that is. Now, I take a break. We'll come back, since I just take a brother there, But somebody talked to me the other day, and I never really thought about the systems that have been in place for years that were not designed with black folks in mind, and therefore they are systemically discriminatory. Okay, because they wasn't made for black folks. Black folks didn't come up with them. I'm good, But a lot of those places have allowed us to participate in their American dream. I'm just saying. Anyway, we'll be back right after this.
Sponsored by SweetGrownAlabama.org.
Summer picnics are an easy way to bring your loved ones together. They're also a great way to showcase locally grown produce, like perfectly ripe tomatoes, juicy watermelons, sweet corn, and more. Find farm fresh goodies near you today at SweetGrownAlabama.org.
We wouldn't.
Good morning, Montgomery. Highway 82 and Highway 31 in Prattville. There's an accident there.
Yeah.
Haynes Ambulance on a medical call to Elm Avenue and 231 southbound, just before the Big Stone Bank.
Excuse after excuse. Again, I was surprised I found
and Mobile Highway and West South Boulevard. The most recent accidents reported by the authorities. Good credit, slow credit, doesn't matter. Call the A-Team at MCS in Wetumpka for a cash-out refinance or an equity loan. MCS 567-9000. NMLS 232-876. Buckle up, it's the law. For Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Selecting the best choice for tires can be confusing with all the brands and options available. Trust the #1 rated tire pros in Montgomery at Chico's Auto Pros for your tire needs.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
A Department of Homeland Security memo from 5 days ago is detailing that if Roe v. Wade is overturned by the U.S. Supreme Court, the Biden administration is bracing for a nationwide wave of violence. I would argue part of it is because of the lies being told to people. They've allowed the doxing and the addresses and the protesting in front of a Supreme Court Justice's homes. If you don't see the danger in that, it's a little shocking. They're telling Americans something that is just not true, that abortion will be outlawed. I mean, you have Chuck Schumer out there saying if you elect MAGA people, abortion is going to be a nationwide ban and that the doctors and women are going to be arrested. No, they're not.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
Are you a real estate investor looking to refinance one or more of your properties? Most lenders only work with cookie-cutter W-2 borrowers. At Cash Call Mortgage, we have loans designed specifically for investment properties. We qualify customers based on the cash flow from the investment property. Borrowers can get up to $2.5 million. That's right, $2.5 million. No tax returns or employment verification needed for our investment property loans, and absolutely no lender or broker fees. If you're a real estate investor looking to refinance a mortgage on one or more of your investment properties, give Cash Call Mortgage a try. To see if you qualify, visit cashcallmortgage.com or call now, 800-940-0226. That's 800-940-0226. 800-940-0226.
Cash Call Mortgage is a DBA of Impact Mortgage Corp. NMLS ID 128231. Not all applicants will qualify. Equal housing lender. Licensed by California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation. Residential Mortgage Lending Act license number 4131083. Not licensed in all states including New York. Call 855-657-9910 for licensing terms and restrictions. Or visit cashcallmortgage.gov.
It could be information to change your life forever. Or the Something You Should Know podcast could just be something interesting.
Monica Guzman is on a mission to depolarize America.
That animosity is called affective polarization. It's polarization based on how we feel about each other. And we are actually living under more anxiety and fear than is probably justified. By the way, when we have less fear, we can solve more.
Join Mike Carruthers and guests for Something You Should Know. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Here's a question for you. Why is it that some people aren't as stressed out about the future as you'd think they'd be? Answer, they're probably among the millions of Americans who have prepared themselves with emergency food storage from My Patriot Supply. If the worst ever happens, literally millions of American families are already protected from dealing with empty store shelves. Is yours? If not,
I got
go to
an idea.
MyPatriotSupply.com right now and grab some emergency food kits. At least one for each member of
breaking
your
out of
family.
jail is a
These
natural
kits give you a
instinct.
wide variety
Nobody
of delicious
wants to be
meals
in
that average over
behind bars.
2,000
The
calories
bird
per
watch
day.
the cage.
Everything
It's
stays
a
fresh
natural
for up to
instinct. As a
25
soldier, you're told
years
to
in
break the hell
storage.
out.
Order your kits now by going to MyPatriotSupply.com. Your order will ship fast and arrive discreetly in
Here's what I
unmarked
said.
boxes. Listen, this is something you need to jump on now before the next news headline stuns the world. Go to MyPatriotSupply.com. MyPatriotSupply.com.
Neither one.
California
Right, and I think
politician Mike Durant. But why? Because on immigration, Mike Durant is
but you shouldn't pick on people that you can't beat.
Why would you not want more green cards available?
I'll shut up.
And work.
The Durant plan, more immigration, more foreign workers, more of the same. Durant's record on gun rights is even worse.
The first thing that needs to be done is to disarm the population. Some of our U.S. that would be a pretty good step.
Sounds just like a California liberal. Mike Durant's plan for Alabama.
Mike Durant's all right with me.
immigration, fewer guns. No wonder the California liberals are supporting Durant. Mike Durant's with them. He's not one of us. Alabama Rhino PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising. Paid for by the Alabama Rhino PAC and not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee. AlabamaRhino.com.
When our communities needed him, he volunteered to serve. Troy Stubbs, a former educator, he now owns a local small business in Wetumpka. Troy Stubbs will take fresh ideas and Elmore County values to Montgomery. Like Trump, he's tired of political correctness and believes real leaders get things done. Troy Stubbs stands for the flag. He's not afraid to tell you he's pro-life and will fight to kick any abortion provider out of Alabama. He's proud to be endorsed by the NRA and defend our freedoms. Troy Stubbs never runs from a fight. He'll take on Joe Biden's cancel culture any day of the week. Whether it's critical race theory, endless mandates, or some far-left idea, Troy Stubbs will fight for our freedoms and against the woke mob. Proud Alabamian, steadfast conservative Republican. Troy Stubbs for State Representative, District 31.
Paid for by Troy Stubbs for State House, P.O. Box 429, Wetumpka, Alabama 36092.
Hey, I'm Jake from Long Island, and my portfolio performance honestly just wasn't cutting it. I was looking for something more. So I researched alternative investments like crypto and NFTs, but they didn't make sense to me. Then I read about Masterworks and Forbes. I did my research and invested over $55,000 with them. I know it was the smart thing to do. I tell all my family and friends about Masterworks, and now I'm telling you.
Before deciding to invest, carefully review the important disclosures at masterworks.io/disclaimer.
Summer's just around the corner, so stock up on your favorite Untuckit shirts to look sharp and feel casual even as temperatures start to rise. Untuckit shirts are designed to be worn untucked. They have the perfect untucked length and fits for all shapes and sizes. Try new arrivals like sweat-wicking performance shirts and short-sleeve button-downs to help beat the heat. This summer, keep your cool in Untuckit, shirts designed to be worn untucked. Use code SUNSHINE for 20% off your first purchase at untuckit.com.
Don't miss Sean Hannity.
Biden incoherently adheres
Live this afternoon at 2 p.m. on News Radio 1440.
Okay. Now, I just got this. I don't know why I'm just now getting this letter, but thanks for the citizen that sent me this, because I don't know why the Park and Recreation people don't get these things out to members of the Park and Recreation Board, but that's okay. I don't know. I don't know. One of these days we're gonna actually have another meeting again and talk about these things. Anyway, here we are. There's the mayor's summer youth employment program. Now you have to the 27th of May. You got to be 16-year-old in order to apply. Okay, so if you're looking for a summer job, or you want to do something for the summer besides sit around and play video games, okay, or you know a teenager who is, the mayor's summer youth employment program is the perfect opportunity for Montgomery youth ages 16 old and up they can gain some valuable work experience, get paid for the work that they do, and this kind of experience will help them as they continue on in their journey to adulthood. Okay, so anyway, so again, you have to apply for this at the Parks and Recreation headquarters, which is in Oak Park. Now the deadline to apply is May the 27th. So you got about a week or so to get this done. Okay, the Mayor's Summer Youth Employment Program, Park and Rec, and it's called Parks and Recreation Aids. Okay, but you got to be 16. Okay, you can't be 15. Although maybe I can talk to the mayor about that. And maybe how about if you like within 5 months of your 16th birthday? I'll see if I can work that out for him. You know, 15-year-olds like to have money too. That's why I pay Z to cut the grass. I mean, he like having money too. But I'm good. I understand. I don't make the rules. I just got to follow them like everybody else does. Okay. Again, it's going to take place between you got to the 27th of May. Next Tuesday is the 24th. Tuesday, Wednesday. So you got the next Friday. Okay. You got the next Friday to knock this out. Okay. So it's going to be in Oak Park. Okay. If you need more information, you can text me 241-9998. But I don't know if you need him. Don't be calling them. You got to go over there. Okay. They get a bunch of calls every day, so they're not gonna have time to talk to every citizen because can my child do this? I'm telling you where to go. Oak Park, okay? You got your next Friday. You got to be 16. You got to May the 27th in order to get this done. Okay? So let your kid get some little work experience. Let him own his own money, and that way when they go out and buy something, he'll feel the inflation like the rest of us do. Anyway, let's go back to phones. Good morning. Who's this? Thanks for holding. Pretty good.
Hey, listen, you asked the question. I want to give you an answer, and I don't want you to cut my time. You asked the question about how come when blacks kill blacks, there's no outcry, right?
Right.
Because number one, we've been taught not to value each other's lives, and it's been taught. It's been taught to us through various ways. When we do things, we're not highlighted or elevated in certain things like other ways, and when tragic strikes, we've already been taught from the jump that our life is not worth the same value as theirs. The second thing that you mentioned, because what you put on the table, you're not going to get it. You're not going to be able to have a root cause answer, as my friend Justice would say, in no one show. But that Black Lives Matter further pushed what I was just telling you. Unless you're killed by a white officer or something, it's almost as if your life doesn't matter. But you really don't hear them mentioning nothing about the killings in Detroit, Chicago, Dallas, Montgomery. Montgomery, 2 years in a row, set the record for homicides. You did not see Black Lives Matter utter one word. Why? Because the majority of it was black on black. And until we accept the fact that this government that you fight so hard and love so much hate us more than anything else, we'll never be able to really start cracking that egg. And I'll leave you with this. Black people are the only people walking the planet that love their oppressors more than they love each other. Now, you take that how you want to take it, and I'm going to holler at you, buddy.
Okay, then. That's your opinion. I asked for opinion, so you gave me yours. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I want to piggyback off what you said, Kevin, about our lives matter, what's going on. I'm with you on that because, when white people kill us, yeah, it's wrong that they kill us and stuff like that. But then we protest. We get all in the streets and protest that they killed us or whatever. But when Nut and Boop Boop in the closet do the same thing, why we don't do the same thing when they do it? We need to do the same thing when we kill each other. And the white guy, yeah, it was wrong that he went in there and killed all of us, most of us or whatever. But he ain't doing no different than we do to each other. So what's the big difference? Like you said, killing is killing, rather what color you are.
And that is right. And that is
that when white folk kill us, we need to do the same protesting when we kill each other.
I watched the movie. Let me ask you, I watched the movie about Malcolm X, and Malcolm X in that movie had such a force with the nation that even the police wasn't going to mess with them without thinking about it real hard and heavy, because they knew that the nation was not going to step down and be misused and abused by them. So they sat there and thought about, and the one part of that movie, the white policeman says, that Negro's got too much power. Well, do you believe that if Sally had 7 brothers, that anybody in town would mess with her, because they knew that her 7 brothers would be on you like a dog on a bone, and that's a day you didn't want to come in contact with? I still believe that if black folks thought as much of black people killing black folks, that other people, if we would take care of our own for doing those kind of things, nobody else would do it. No, wouldn't do it. Yeah, why don't we just do it? So I don't know. It is a mystery to me how we ever got there. Good morning. Yes. Good morning. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I did. Thank you very much. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Your brother just called. He made a valid point. All these Crips and Bloods and all that, they so tough and all this. Buffalo. You're exactly right, Kevin. Cupcake, Birmingham. Through your here, Montgomery. Willie said it. The last couple said it. They didn't even march. They didn't even
you know, I've never really heard. Well, I don't. Okay.
Google this. He said this when President Obama was in office. He said, you know what? I would like to help the black folks, but how can I raise hell with the damn so-called man of government or police when you're killing each other? He said, how can I raise hell and fight for you when you're killing each other? He can't. Because it'd be meaningless. And look at it. Let's say, hypothetically, Kev, that when that stuff went down in Buffalo, now, first of all, they interviewed one big brother, and I love what he said. He said, yeah, he had the rifle to his face, or to his chin. They're talking about, that demon.
Yeah.
And he said, I was hoping he pulled the damn trigger, but he put it down. I was with him.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I don't know, brother. I don't know.
They still on the damn plantation, brother, and they still living in damn Egypt, brother, and they mind. I'm glad about your age group that you came up with, and then Miss President called you. You was right.
Yeah.
You got the 55, 60 plus pushing that garbage.
Yeah.
And when a politician push it, somebody ought to slap them upside the damn head with a stop right there.
Yeah, I got you.
Push it because they milk the money off of Kevin. They milk it.
Yeah.
I'm from St. Louis. East St. Louis, Kevin. My daddy, 80 years old. Every time they elect the damn liberal ass black mayor, governor, whatever, ain't a damn thing changed. He's 80 years old. He joined the Marine Corps, so he went to Anderson jail and ended up dead.
Yeah.
So trying to protect himself. Him and my other uncles. That's why they joined. Half of them they moved down south because they didn't want to kill nobody. Trying to protect their property or their family.
Yeah, I hear you.
Some still live there.
Yeah. All right. Hey, I appreciate the call. All right. Appreciate it. We got enough folks to do it. Gotta take a break. We'll be back.
I got to make it right for everyone concerned. Even if it's me, if it means just me, what's getting burned?
Weather forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by Indeed.com. Need to hire? Need Indeed. Their hiring platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates in one place. Sponsor a job and immediately get a short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
The hottest day of the next 7 comes today. High temperatures around 95 degrees, a good deal of sunshine, just some clouds mixed in, similar to the sky that we had yesterday. No rain, no storms. It will certainly be on the humid to muggy side, so it may feel a few degrees hotter than it actually is. For tonight, we're down into the upper 60s to around 70. We're quiet Friday. I can't rule out a shower or storm coverage very low, and then showers and storms on and off through the weekend. That's your first alert forecast. I'm meteorologist Tyler Seabury for News Radio.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Brubaker Motors. It's better at Brubaker.
Nothing I
News
can
Radio 1440.
Hello, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking good. Nothing's being reported that would send you on an alternate route. Keep listening. We'll keep you posted. Get your best deal at Reinhardt Prattville on the car, truck, or SUV. Then after all is done, tell them you want an additional $1,000 off. You'll get it. Reinhardt Prattville. Buckle up. It's the law. From Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Make Your
Selecting the best choice for tires can be confusing with all the brands and options available. Trust the #1 rated tire pros in Montgomery at Chico's Auto Pros for your tire needs.
It's a fact. Guys hate going to the doctor. But when it comes to erectile dysfunction and low testosterone issues, men from all over Montgomery have been thrilled seeing Dr. Alderson and the providers at Montgomery Men's Health. Men all the way up to 95 years old have jump-started their sex drive and energy levels. Lots of men suffer with ED for years, but now they're able to enjoy sex again. Tom from Montgomery said, Montgomery Men's Health has changed my life. I have been able to be intimate with my wife for the first time in 5 years. She thought this problem was because of her, but the pills never worked for me. I had given up until I went to the clinic and realized there were more options for erectile dysfunction. Now I'm happy and my wife is happy. A visit for only $99, and that includes all testing, including a PSA and testosterone test. Give the guys at the clinic a call at 334-440-3663. That's 334-440-3663. Or go to Montgomery Men's
In here with Just Blinds and Travel, and I want to remind you we are so much more than just blinds. We are timeless beauty and plantation shutters. Complement your style with custom draperies and curtains. Just Blinds also offers the best in American-made wood blinds and Roman and woven wood shades. And Just Blinds is here to help you make the best selections in motorization and smart home options, and take advantage of free in-store professional design help. Visit Just Blinds and Travel today or online at gojustblinds.com.
James.
Has Kay Ivey failed us? When governors like Ron DeSantis stood up for their states, Kay Ivey caved in. She ordered COVID mandates, just like vouchers, closed our churches, raised our gas taxes. Ivey funded a transgender school where the rainbow flag flies right next to our American flag. Do we want our little ones to pledge allegiance to that? Governor Kay Ivey gave $2 million of your tax dollars to this school. It's hard to believe. I'm Tim James. But this election's not about me or her. It's about Alabama standing up for what's right and turning our country around. I'll get schools back to reading, writing, and arithmetic, and stop the woke brainwashing of our children. Every child is created in the image of God. Every child has value and worth. I'll protect them all. It's time to fight back.
Paid for by Tim James, Governor, 2022.
Shining and strong, healthy and hydrated. Your hair can do it all. So get to Ulta Beauty's Gorgeous Hair Event, happening now, to see how you can take your hair to a whole new level. Discover beauty steals of up to 50% off hair care must-haves from brands like Lunge, Ouidad, and Bumble and Bumble. Plus, amazing deals on Redken jumbo-size shampoos and conditioners, just $29.99. This event ends May 28th. Shop in-store, online, or try curbside pickup today. Ulta Beauty. The possibilities are beautiful.
The possibilities with Chappie's Deli. Mike, listen.
Hi, Mike Costanza with Chappie's Deli. Jeff, what is that?
It's the Chappie's Deli Grill. Let's do a commercial about grilled onions.
Grilled onions? Oh, yeah. People will be knocking the doors down to come in for that.
It's psychology, Gramps. It's a subtle message that tells a story.
Jeff, we can't do a Chappie's Deli commercial only about grilled onions.
Mike, it tells everyone two things. Number one, we cook on real grills at Chappie's Deli. No better flavor.
You will find a grill master at each Chappie's. Big difference between a Chappie's Deli grilled Reuben versus a microwave or steamed.
And number two, where else can you get grilled onions on a sandwich?
Yep, that's what Chappie's Deli is all about. You want something special? Just ask. So come to Chappie's Deli, Perry Hill, Pepper Tree, Prattville, Baptist South Towers, and Auburn for some psychology.
No.
Oh, yeah, the onions.
No, Gramps, the grill. The grill.
Telling it like it really is.
That's the fact. Yeah.
It's the Dan Bongino Show, weekdays from 11 to 2 on News Radio 1440.
Oh, yeah. I love to have my fun. A straight shooting son of a gun. Oh. Okay, I'll leave that alone. That's 1960 somewhere about there, 1969, Joy to the World, something like that. Anyway, good morning to you. Hey, who's the best looking guy on TV? Anybody know who's it? You know, I tell you who the best looking guy on TV is. Now, I'm not gay or anything like that, but Shamar Moore is a good looking man. You know, even bald-headed, he's a good looking guy. You know what I mean? I mean, if I had his looks, I wouldn't be up here, man. I'd be in Hollywood, someplace, but I don't. So, you know, some of us are blessed with other things. Good morning, who's this? Well, he's a good looking man. He just is. Yeah.
do we do when the government say that it's all right that Beyonce and the boys in the hood and everybody can walk around with a gun without a permit? So everybody got guns.
They are, but they're already walking around. Listen, the people who want to walk around, they're already doing it. Well, that, yeah. Yeah.
When you got the governor putting out her gun,
listen, I know. Pull their gun. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm running out of time. I just don't like that law. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes.
Proverbs 18:19. Read that, Kevin. A brother who has been asserted is harder to hand back than a walled city. An argument separates people like a broad gate, a place, or a palace. Okay, also check out Proverbs 10:20. Just go ahead, Kevin, and Google.
Okay, I don't have time to do that right now, but.
I know I'm not now. I want everybody to try to get in a good time.
Okay.
But also remember this.
Yeah.
Words can destroy a person.
And they can also build you up.
Right, but I hear so much in our world that's destroying people, characterized and mentally and physically. Just think about it. There's more than one way to kill a person.
All right. All righty then. Good morning.
hey, Mayor, can I end the show on a positive note?
Oh man, now you're gonna mess things up.
I went to an Alabama basketball game 2 years ago, and they were really good. They were SEC champions.
Yeah.
The starting five were all black.
Yeah.
And it was two slow white guys sitting on the bench. They were there for the practice squad, or either mom and dad gave a whole bunch of money to school to get them on the team.
Gotcha.
But anyway, the last 30 seconds to maybe 60 seconds of the game, they put one of the white boys in.
Yeah.
And they fed him the ball, and he got fouled. He went to the foul line, made both of his shots, and all the black guys jumped up, started high-fiving, yelling and screaming, and when he came to the bench, they jumped all over him. Guess what? There wasn't a single person in the stands hollering, saying, y'all not supposed to get along with each other. Y'all not supposed to get along with each other now. It was a beautiful sight to behold.
Outstanding. Kind of like Rudy.
Have a good day, man.
I appreciate it. Yeah, kind of like Rudy who played for Notre Dame. Good morning. Who's this? Yeah, well, Roscoe's a good-looking man also. Yeah. Listen, I got no problem telling a guy he's good-looking or not. I mean, don't make me gay or nothing. Just some guys are just good-looking. Shamar Moore is one of the best-looking guys on TV, at least lately. Now he's on SWAT, and I don't know where SWAT is since I don't have cable TV anymore. I just be streaming everything, Also, let me tell you a little bit more about the. You have to May the 27th to get down to Oak Park and sign up for the mayor's summer program. Okay, so you want to do that. You got to be at least 16 years old in order to get it. You have to go down there. You got to go down there now. You have to go down there and you got to go sign up. Okay, you got to do that. Where's my thing? Okay, it's Summer Youth Program, which is what it is. The Mayor's Summer Youth Program, Parks and Recreation AIDS. Okay, Park and Recreation AIDS. You got to the 27th of the month in order to get. That's next Friday. So if you're looking for a job, something to do summer, I don't know how many hours it is, anything like that, you can get in contact with Mr. Card's office down there, and they will give you the particulars of that particular program. Okay? So now just check that out. Anyway, you got to the 27th. It's called Summer Youth Employment Program. There are no calls. You have to go down there, right on Oak Street, right across the street from Jackson Hospital over there, okay? Okay, if you you can text me or whatever, and if you one of those situations you need to know something, you can call me. You can text me 241-9998. That's my only number I got now. I have no more numbers. 241-9998 is my number. So I don't mind texting you back if I need to do that. Okay, all right. But the Summer Youth Program under the Parks and Recreation, which I am a valued member of that board. Okay, now don't call me asking me for favors though. Okay, I just won't be able to do favors, but I will put you in contact with the people that can help you out. Good morning. Who's this? Okay. Now people are gonna tell me that's not it. That's it. Okay, that's it. I don't care what anybody says. That's it. But anyway, is that it? Well, I guess that's about it for the day. Hopefully the good Lord says the same. We will see you on tomorrow, which is Friday, which is good. And don't forget Camp Celebration. You want to know more about it? Helps grieving children. You can call Mona McDermott, 747-5000, 747-5000. Okay. A little Smokey Robinson to get us out of here. And we'll see you tomorrow. The good Lord says the same.
Here's what's happening. The countdown is on to primary election day, and ahead of the big day, every county in Alabama has received a new state issued laptop.
My heart went out to play, but in the game I lost you. What
now, for the latest pandemic news, COVID-19 cases, deaths, and hospitalizations are on the rise. Here in Alabama,
and I'm crying.
In the high transmission risk category. Counties include Macon and Maxwell Air Force Base is set to host a hiring fair and civilians looking for job opportunities. There are a number of jobs child and youth services and office positions. The job fair is slated to take place from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. on June 9th at Eastdale Mall in Montgomery. I'm Jasmine Williams of WSFA 12 News, and these are your morning headlines.
News Radio 1440 WLWI AM, the home of Sean Hannity. Also on 95.